Hello, chat. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Um, Today we might be a little short on people. Hello, DJ. We might be a little short on people. As one person may be sick. That being Gunner. Gunner might be sick today. He's waiting until we actually start to gauge how he's feeling. So he might be gone, and then Caroline's also gone. Busy. So that's okay. As long as we have half the party, that's good enough for me. As long as we have half the party, I will continue on. um, and then like normal, we'll still do our hope they get well soon. Yeah, same. Um, it sounds like a stomach bug of sorts, but we'll see if Gunner's here. Um, Hopefully, he is, but if not, that's all right. Normally, my rule of thumb is like as long as there's 50% of the party, I'm down to run. But if there's less than 50%, then I won't do it. It is like spring flu season, you right. I also realized that I didn't post the last VOD for Sylvandria, so I did post that, or I is currently posting one of the two. There were several VODs that I forgot to post, so I just exported a bunch of them. So they should be up. They might even come up like post while I'm streaming. Um, I'll have to see. None of them have posted currently, but it does take a little bit for them to post, especially if they're longer. So we'll see. Like I forgot to post the Yomi tournament one, which thankfully I still had it, but I have to post that, um, and whatnot. But yeah, I got busy for the summer too. Yeah, no, you're all good. You are completely good. But yeah, no, today, depending on how things go, it might be a shorter session if we only have two people, just to mitigate how much the other two miss. But we'll see. So this might end up being like a 2.5 hour stream rather than like a 3.5 or a 4 hour stream, but we'll see. We'll see where the road takes us. Because if you guys remember from last time, the party got a letter from the Diplomacy Guild stating that they need to go there, and it's like kind of part of the plot stuff. So I don't want the party to miss too much while they're gone. The other two, that is. So we'll definitely have to see how it goes. Um, but we still have we have Milo and Zero today at the minimum, and possibly Gunner. So we'll be fine. We'll be fine. They also did pick up a couple side quests that they could possibly do after they're done checking that out. But after done checking out the Diplomacy Guild thing, but we'll have to see. It'll be very interesting to see how the characters interact if there's only going to be two of them, because that does put a little bit more pressure on the role playing aspect of things. One thing I did see, this is more so for a DM, but I guess it could work for if you're a player trying to learn how to roleplay different characters. Um, One person said roleplay a crowded tavern by yourself as like a DM. So like you're literally having to do the waiters, the waitresses, the customers, the barkeep, the cook in the back, etc., etc. That's always a good way to do it. I kind of just learned on the fly. Funnily enough, the very first time I ever played D&D was as the DM, because I was like, okay, how's this game work? This looks cool. And we didn't have a DM at all, and not really anyone was experienced enough. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll do some research and be the DM. Long story short, it went terrible, but that's because we did it in person, and this was when I was in high school. So my group had the attention span of a goldfish, except for a few of them. A few of them were good. Um, but majority of the group, it was also a really big group of like seven, I think. So we had a massive D&D group, and me personally, I would not recommend going over five for a D&D party. If you get more than five, it starts getting hectic. People end up getting left out sometimes, or feel like they're being left out because there's not enough time for them to do stuff before like whatever happens. Yeah, it was chaos. It was. Um, Nonetheless, we made it work during that time. It was also a module. I was running Curse of Strahd, which, don't get me wrong, Strahd is cool and all that, but after running the modules and looking at them, and also playing in a homebrew campaign and running a homebrew campaign, I prefer playing and running a homebrew campaign than a module, because the module makes you feel like you have to stick to it. However, modules are great for starting DMs because it has everything listed, has the plot listed out from literally the start to finish, and then it has the locations all mapped out with like actual battle maps and stuff, and tokens with descriptions of all their lore. It is really cool to see. Um, I bought it on Roll20 as well, so I was able to like use it and whatnot. If I could, I would buy so much on Roll20 because it gives you compendium access for other campaigns, but alas, I am not rich. I am a broke college boy right now. That's okay though. In other news, regarding the Yomi tournament, I got bored earlier today before the stream, and I was like, hey, I should try and make my own style. Um, so I actually did. I ended up making my own Yomi style earlier today, based off the censored um abnormality in Lobotomy Corporation for Source specifically is what I wanted to do it. I did publish it on the workshop if anyone wants it, but I didn't like make it for anyone else except me. I think it looks fine. So the official Dark in the Darkened style. Yes. Yes, it's for Source. So on other characters you can still use it and it'll look fine because I didn't do anything specific for Source because I don't even know how to do that. This was my first time ever making a style, so I mean, I messed with it a lot. It took me like 30, 40 minutes, I'd say, to like get it how I wanted it. Then I was hustling with Rice a little bit. Rice is feeling a little tense about the upcoming tournament, but I don't blame him because he's literally at the end of the he's at the end of the loser bracket right now. Me personally, if I had to put money down, I would put money on Ksop because he's cooking. Trinity also was assuming he would win, so. Also, Trinity was talking about us changing the rule set. The current rule set we have was like voted in, kind of like a lot of people okayed it. I think Buster recommended it, maybe. Don't quote me on that, but I think Buster recommended it, and then a bunch of people okayed it. But Trinity was like, the starting meter's a little too much, and that's pretty much it. So we might end up scaling it back to 1.5 meters instead of 2. Or we might just start with 1 meter. I'm fine with the 2 meters, but I can understand why he would say that. So it's like we might end up changing that. I'll have my hustling mods decide because they know more about the game than I do. So we'll see. There might be a small rules change, but that's not going to happen until after this tournament. I'm not going to change anything mid-tournament. There was also a small patch for Nari that came out. Apparently it was bugged. So Source gets away with force decrease. Literally with our tournament layout, Source pretty much gets a round start force decrease because of the distance. So unless you have range, like quite a bit of range, like for example Delta Dunk, does hit, guaranteed if you use force decrease. However, just read it. Don't die. I also was told that like when I was fighting 16-bit, I was in call last night, and I think 16-bit mentioned he was throwing the first half against me. Oh no, I was like locked in, and he was throwing, and I still was like losing. But I was having fun anyways. I was having fun. We might have some new characters to add as well. I'm kind of just waiting on my players because I'm waiting because I think they might have. One of them said BRB. I'm kind of waiting for them to come back before I flash over to them. That's why I'm like yapping quite a bit. That's also why it was a little bit of a late start. I'm waiting to see if that one person, if Gunner is sick still, and I'm kind of waiting. Someone was going to shower, but we'll see. Okay, they're both back. From what I just saw, they just said they're both back. Let me message Gunner really quick to see if he's gonna join, but otherwise we will go on. And if he doesn't join, that's fine. Self care first, of course. I hope all my exports actually exported because I only got like one message that they got exported correctly. Because I get emailed for when they get exported. Maybe they have to do it slowly at a time. I don't know. I don't know. Also, I'm probably gonna be doing the VODs. Yeah, the VODs are being transferred and exported over to YouTube really quick. Well, I won't say really quick. They probably won't be done until tonight. But you can do it directly from Twitch, and then you just click export, and then Twitch kind of handles the rest. You don't even have to like sit on a YouTube page or anything. Okay, Gunnar said he is joining, so that's awesome. We will have 3. But I was thinking over the summer sometime, since I won't have college work, I'm probably gonna end up running a one shot for the community to join. Um, However, I have to see how many people actually want to join, because if there's like a bunch of people that want to do a one shot, I might have to run like 2 different groups of it and just space it out. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, we're gonna flash over to the gamers. Gunnar should be joining us shortly because he's not in here just yet, but he'll be here. He will be here. Hello, chat.
How many other? Yeah, okay. Hey, dude.
Wait, that's us.
That's you guys.
Hold on. That's me.
Indeed.
I know that guy, because I'm that guy.
Hey, hi, Gunnar.
Hello.
Salutations.
So we're missing one, but the other one won't show up.
You know, I
It's
did
okay.
a half an hour nap because I was dead.
That's so real.
That's chill.
All good.
Yeah, I feel much better.
You're here now.
They're here now, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
All right. I do have my my stream up for you guys to go watch the music.
Yep.
Yes, watch the music.
Watch
People
the
do that.
music.
Like reading music. That's what we're
No,
doing.
you gotta watch the music.
I wasn't in band in high school, bro.
It's okay. You can still read it, just not well. Some of it's in Italian. But that's fine.
How do I know if it goes?
Why is the music in
boop or
Italian?
bop?
What? No, the music's not Italian. Well, I mean, okay. So normally for music, there's a lot of Italian terms that are used in music.
Oh yeah, I know about that. I thought you were talking about like the entire thing was just like
It's
written in
a-
Italian. Like I was like, how do you write notes in Italian? Huh?
The notes are Italian.
They have
You
a
just write them a little
special
differently, or
You just like in the middle of just like in just written on like the music sheet is just like Arrivederci.
You know, some people do that. Like they'll write a tone or a mood at the beginning of the paper or the piece of music, and it will not be a musical term. It'll be like play with excitement or something vague, like that doesn't actually have a
get
definition.
angry.
Yeah. Throw your fists around.
Yeah. But anyways, gamers, let's do a recap. What happened last time?
Okay, so what happened last time? Let's see. Talked to the guard. Guard put in notice, said, yeah, we'll do that for you. You'll request an audit, and it'll go through in like a month. So like, fuck off for the meantime. It's like, okay, cool. So I fucked off, and then I went back home. Then it was nighttime, so we slept and rest. And then Zero here is a heavy sleeper, so he decided to sleep in. That's cool. So Gunnar wanted to find a work in Ontridge, so we went to Ontridge,
Yep.
we went to Ontridge. I went past Ontridge to Seraphill, and he went to work for a carpenter
Yep.
guy who's having field problems. Reason I call him the carpenter guy is because he's literally him, and he's hammering shit in place perfect. It's plumb, square, level.
Yeah.
I don't know what other term I could throw in there, but it was it. You know,
They're like
he just
Professor
doesn't.
Lemon from that one
there were
episode
these
of Rick and
tiny
Morty.
little black creatures.
Yeah, so there's these little black creatures that were vulnerable to red light. They didn't like red light. They were, I don't know,
They were just
for
sitting on
whatever
his
reason.
crop. They weren't even eating them.
So we
They were
decided
just hanging
to
out.
go into the shed and pull out some shingles and use them as kind of an outcropping around his thing, his fields, and then the bugs fucked off, hopefully permanently. And anyway, on the other front, I go and pick up Caroline. Caroline's not there. I go to her pop's house. No one's. Well, I mean, Elias, which is her father's home. I yap to him about finding some business opportunity, or at least trying to push forward the idea. And he's like, yeah, that's cool. So that's what we're gonna work with. But in the meantime, we're gonna do some other things. We're gonna flash over to Caroline,
Mhm.
having a stroke here.
You forgot her parents, Caroline.
Yeah. No,
Happens
dude,
to
I
the
have
worst of
strep
us.
trouble. Yeah. Anyway. Caroline's checking up on her kids. They kind of they're still out school. Okay. Back to me. I'm where did I go first? It's the morgue. Yeah, Gary at
You're
the
looking
morgue.
for
You go try to
Gary.
find the Gary. Couldn't find Gary.
Gary.
Let's chill. I thought of anybody else, and then I thought of this guy. What was his name again? And he had a really weird last name. I didn't really catch his first name though.
Iliac.
Iliac, like an iliac crest. I can't remember what that is. I just know that it's like in my head, like a buzzword. Anyway, so his last name's Iliac, and he runs a venue on the front and on Main Street, Main Strip. So I go to the Main Strip, invite Caroline. I'm like, okay, cool, that's lit. So I get engaged in a pretty pointless conversation with Iliac about things. Don't really get any useful information, but it was nice catching up. And he, much like Elias, he warns me about reaching out and like setting up advertisements because my name's gonna be out there. Not a worry. Anyway, back to Caroline. Caroline, scissor kids. It's kind of weird though. It's kind of awkward. She gives them money and gives the I don't quite know babysitter the
Mother.
mother.
Caroline's mother.
Oh, that's Caroline's mother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't pick up on that. Caroline's mother money said, "Hey, you don't want this, but yeah, whatever. Take it. It'll help." She says, "Thanks." And Caroline fucks off. And then we reconvene. And then we fuck off. And we go back to Ontridge. And Ontridge, we pick up Gunner. And Gunner gives us some information as it starts to become later and later into the night. We go back to my place. And then I receive mail, which is news. News on going to the Diplomacy Guild to talk about the information I put in. As of like literally 2 days ago, they get around fast.
Mm-hmm.
Or they must. But yeah, so urgent. I guess like an urgent summons to the Diplomacy Guild to talk about it. So that's what we're probably gonna do.
Yep, and since
And then
Caroline's
we all
not going to
slept.
be joining us today, we're going to be having Caroline just kind of stay back at the guild to watch it, so to speak.
Guild sit.
Yeah, guild sit. That's what we'll have her do while she's gone.
Oh, at 3, 2, 1 snap. Now we're on present day.
Yes. Okay. So Zero, you were asleep during all of that. You know, you needed some sleep. Apparently, your body didn't want to wake you up when you're normally used to waking up. So you wake up and you hobble outside. You're getting some stretches in. Almost get a leg cramp as you stretch, and then you walk outside and you see these two fellows holding a note from like the by the mailbox.
So yeah, we're gonna head over there urgently, right, Gunner? I mean, it's probably like a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they're gonna like? Is this gonna cost anything for fares to be able to get over there? Like teleportation fares? Whatever. We're gonna figure that out.
Yeah.
Hey, Zero Res and Shine, dude. It's been like I pantomime like a watch on my wrist. It's been like many hours, dude. You okay? Come down with something? A bug?
Zero appears to if you are speaking, we can't hear you.
You might be
You
muted.
did leave Discord once.
There's a BB. There's a BRB in chat.
Oh,
How long
we're
ago?
cooked.
3 minutes.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So he goes wah 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 wah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's nice, Zero. Anyway, we're gonna go to the diplomacy guild. You coming? Wah 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 wah.
Sounds
Okay,
great.
that's cool, dude. Just need to say the magic words, man.
At this point, Caroline's gonna like swap places with Zero and just probably hit inside.
Yep, that's fine.
Sounds
Mhm.
good.
Alright. So is the nearest teleportation gate in like Fairfield, right?
To your knowledge.
Yeah. To my knowledge, that's pretty ominous.
That's just what you know, man. That's all I'm saying.
To your knowledge, in reality, they've been making a massive teleporter ring in the subterranean lair under the world. Okay, cool, great,
It's
awesome.
gonna
Thank you for
teleport
that
the
information.
entirety of the planet into another realm.
Into another planet.
Yeah.
All right, great, awesome. Yeah, we're gonna head
That
to
gives me
Fairfield.
the vibes of Patrick saying, "Why don't we just move Bikini Bottom over here?"
Yeah, just pick it up and slam it down.
Yes.
Yeah, nothing will change. Yeah, hey, Gunnar, could we stop by an Ontridge to talk to that guy?
Yeah.
You know,
All good.
your carpenter buddy.
Yeah, I remember the way.
Do you remember his name?
Yes, Zarek.
Good job.
My boy.
Like Varric with a Z. Or with a Z. It's an X, isn't it?
That's an X.
Yeah,
It's like
fine.
Zareth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I remember the thing that's a week old.
Indeed.
Week old information. Alright, yeah. So we're gonna do a pit stop over there.
Alrighty, so you guys are gonna head over to right over to where the carpenter guy was.
Yeah.
Your fellow.
Our farmer buddy.
Okay, so you guys move down south. Roughly the walk from there to there takes you a little bit. It's not exactly a short walk. Could you guys roll a d20 individually each? I will roll one
boy.
for. I'll roll one for Zero.
Go over here. Press the button. Hold on. Give me like 12 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7. Yes, get out of my face. Stop asking me questions. Hello? Ooh.
You might.
3.
It's not as bad as your net one you had
Hey,
last week, and a
When I
cart
got
fell on your toe.
it's okay. That's fine. It'll grow back.
All right, you guys safely make your way through Ontridge, seeing some adventuring parties walking through Ontridge and mainly going northern to the northern part of Ontridge or past it. As you guys go through, you see some traveling merchants as well. You make your way down to the area where with Gunner leading you, since he knows the way. So you guys walk out over to the front of his little farm he's got going on here. And as you can see, he's put up the red panels, the red shingles around his garden beds, and they have not broken off or anything. They seem secure, and his crops seem to be fine still. He is no more in sight at the moment.
You know what he does for like a living? I mean, I know it looks like he farms here.
Yeah, he's a farmer. He said. So he'll either be in like his house or the barn or something. If he's not outside.
I'll walk up and knock on his door.
You knock on his door,
With,
and roughly, it takes a little bit, but you hear some movement on the inside. He sounds like he's moving some things inside, and then he comes out, opens the door, looks at you, and then looks kind of confused, and then looks behind you and sees Gunner, and his eyes kind of light up. Oh, you're back. Is there a problem?
No problem. My buddy here just want to ask you something.
Oh,
yeah,
what's going on?
Well, we're throwing a guild together, and I heard word that you're like awesome at putting things together. Of course, I'm an alchemist, so I could always lay down like the groundwork, but you're probably better at making houses.
I'm just a farmer. You must have me confused with someone else.
I look back to Gunner. Gunner, you told me that his craftsmanship was superb.
Well, I mean, from the little bit I saw, he was building stuff. He was placing stuff much better than I was.
It's he gives you an awkward smile and puts his hand on his head. It's not exactly what you think. I'm not that great at putting things together. It's more so that well, if you look at this, and he shows his he pulls his sleeve up on his right hand, on his right arm, and he shows you on his right wrist. There's the mark of the tree. That you guys have for completing the trial.
You're a trial goer. How long did you complete the trial?
Oh, I completed that about that happened. Then I got this place. Well, I'd say that's about 7 years, something like that.
Damn.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. I settled down here, tried to make my life, but it's been going. It's been going how it can go. But anyways, where I was going with that, it's not that I'm great at building things. It's just that I'm able to see things. Like, for example, when I was placing those shingles out, where Gunner, I guess, was seeing me do my craftsmanship. He does air quotes. I'm just able to see where something should go and how it should go for it to line up perfectly. That's all.
So you have the ability. So you're kind of like a. You're kind of like a human living level / straightness gauge.
You could say that, I guess. Yeah, I can see something when it's even just 1 degree too far to the right. I can notice it.
Okay, well, still, I think that would be a very useful ability.
Oh, are you like?
If I may,
are you guys trying to like get me in your guild?
Well,
is that what's going
on? I'm not trying to like force you into anything. I was just simply asking if I may.
Oh no, I was just clarifying because I'm a stranger. You guys just kind of found me.
No.
It was a quest. I don't want you to pity me or anything. It's
no,
not like
I don't
like that.
No. Hey, hold on, pause. I was simply inquiring about your skill and where it may have occurred, if it was from magical tools, this, that, or the other, or you were an amazing craftsman of some sort. Because, I've never thrown a guild together, and I'm starting from dirt to build it. And I just heard words that sounded like it may be promising from a friend. And, yeah, no.
So what exactly were you thinking?
Well, if you're interested in working with Gunner and by proxy us, maybe we could put something together, an agreement, maybe.
Yeah.
With your
maybe we could
with your
try
blessing
something
first.
out.
Yeah, no. We're going off continent for some business, but we'll be back probably. Well, Gunnar, how long do you think we'll take?
Well, depending on if we get like teleportation from Seraphel, it's gotta be anywhere from day to a couple, like a week.
who knows, man? But when we're back in town, we'll probably give you a knock. I was thinking of actually like laying out the groundwork, but because you can do what you can do, you have the ability, you know. I was thinking maybe you can come along and maybe help guide. At least for the foundation is the most important thing. Everything should line up with the foundation, but that would be very important. So I would like to have your help if I may have it.
Are you thinking this is more of a temporary or permanent thing? Like, are you trying to employ me in the guild permanently, or just for this one job?
This one job, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm okay with that.
Well, he kind of puts his hands on his hips and looks to his house and his farm. Where exactly is your guild at?
It's literally just a little bit north of Antridge, right next to the guild. It's to the south of the guild. It's on do you know Hohenheim's property? That land?
I can't say that I do.
Well, he's a little bit off the beaten path, right up near the fork, next to the guild. You can't miss it.
Right. Okay. Well, that's actually not far from here.
No, yeah, I was thinking, man, he's so close, and apparently he's a whiz at whatever it is that happened. It was remarkable enough in Gunner's mind that I could maybe use some assistance, because I'm trying to network, form friends, alliances, because when you're just starting out as a guild and you got no one, no connections, it's kind of hard to just come from nothing.
I know how you feel. This farm here has been kind of coming from nothing, and it hasn't gotten anywhere. But it's honest work.
Well, if you're able to bring that from nothing, I could easily synthesize materials, and with your help, I could probably throw up mine rags to riches story, or our rags to riches story.
One final thing, I guess. I hate to ask this, but what's the pay?
Well, what's your baseline price? What's your asking?
Could you say I could charge you per day? Would that be fair?
Per day for whenever. I mean, that's the basic way that things go around here, right? So
yes.
Yeah, sure. We'll have to speak amongst ourselves, because obviously, moving money around guild-wise, throwing money around's kind of tight right now. Can't quite do that, but we can communicate amongst ourselves, and maybe we can come to an agreement. But what's your minimum?
I'd say starting would be about for maintaining what I got and eating and all that. I'd say probably about 10 gold pieces a day if you're willing.
Well, Gunner, he's kind of like our accountant, or our money businessman, treasurer, whatever you want to call him.
Right.
Well, right now that would buy us with what we have, we would get 5 days of his help.
That's fine. We just turn the money right back around to him, but then for 5 days, I mean, if I've got all the materials on me, and I pull you in for the start of the day, and then we start throwing together work, we can get a shit ton done.
If you work quickly, we can easily probably knock it out. If you want just the foundation done, probably before 5 days.
Yeah, no, easy. We'll swing back around through here when we get done with our business. Do you usually stay around the area? Do you move anywhere? Do you have any plans to run around anywhere?
Not really. As Gunnar saw earlier, I was just dealing with my insect, whatever they were, those things. I was dealing with those earlier, and that's kind of what's been eating me up most of the time. But I mean, now that they're gone, I kind of just need to tend to my crops for a little bit. I don't really travel too often unless it's to Antridge for the necessities.
We'll
don't much like going to Serafel.
Oh.
It's nothing bad. I'll go there if I need to. It's just preference for smaller towns.
Oh, you like the The hometown feel. Got it.
More so the transparency of the people that live there, you know?
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I totally get it. It's like more mom and poppy and less. Yeah.
Yeah, you get it. But no,
Yeah,
that's
I get
totally
it.
cool. Like, are we thinking on like construction later today?
Ugh, who knows? Whenever we get back, because I don't know. We have something for the diplomacy guild. We're gonna run up there. Have you heard anything weird happening about the trials? Like any whispers, stuff like that? People
No,
run into
no, not
weird
much.
stuff.
Usually it takes me a couple weeks, maybe sometimes a month or two to even hear anything about that. Because, like I said, I don't go very many places aside from
Yeah, you're
Oxford
kind
and
of out in the
here.
boonies. Yeah, no,
I
I
just
get
think
it.
to myself,
But anyway, we've got
why?
business
What's
up
going
there
on?
that way. So for transparency, you know, when we were coming out of the trial, we ran into something strange. It was almost monstrous, like a dragon, but it seemed like it was capable of higher thought. Never heard of anything like that. It was a being all of its own, but it's like, oh, my name's Nelthrix. We're gonna come and take the tree from you guys because you're misusing it or some shit like that. Of course, I'm paraphrasing it, and I'm making it sound a lot less threatening than it is, but it might be a threat to society's norms as we know it. So I gave that information to them because they had like a little side pop-up thing, or the diplomacy guild's like little stand. Anyway, they want to speak to us more on that. That's why we're going all the way over there, but we don't know how much they want to keep us there for. If it's just like a witness testimony or something like that.
Yeah,
Or maybe they actually
I'm
found
not sure how long you'll be there. I've never personally been there
So
myself.
that's why we'll give you a holler, we'll give you a knock when it's time to put it all together. But for the
Well, like I
meantime,
said, I don't got much going on here, so I'll just grab my toolbox and go with you when you're ready, I guess.
yeah, no, exactly. Thank you.
That works out.
If I'm not here, assume I'm in Ontridge.
Yeah. And where will we find you there? Tavern, quest board, stuff like that?
I usually don't take quests. I'm usually at the market.
Okay.
Either
Noted.
buying or selling. You know, just making it buy.
Okay. Well, Zarek, we'll chat later.
And what are your names? I got Gunners, but what are your
Oh,
names?
I'm Milo Hohenheim.
He'll get his hand for a handshake as well.
Okay. I'm gonna vigorously shake his hand, kind of like the dad shake,
He's got a
so I can really get a
grip.
read on him. Good. I'm gonna get a good read on him while he's got a firm grip.
Insight, please.
Hey, let's see here. I'm gripping everybody, bro. We should be gripping.
Yo, you can't
Yo.
just say that.
I can say whatever I want.
Ooh.
There's no laws.
Ooh.
There's no laws against the crits, Batman. I'm gonna know everything about this man, Batman.
All right.
Either
so,
I say sus shit or I
he's
command it to happen.
from the read you're getting, he's kind of nervous about this whole deal, but he it's also kind of mixed within the anxiety and whatnot is also a little bit of excitement in there. And you kind of are able to reach a little bit farther back, and within this the feelings you get and the emotions, you actually kind of get some of his thoughts that actually kind of materialize, and he's into words that you can actually understand more so than just feelings this time.
Noise. Yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of hear his base thought of thinking like, oh, this could be promising. This whole guild thing is kind of what he's at the forefront of his thoughts.
As I'm shaking his hand, I'm going to place another hand on his forearm. Try not to worry. We're also kind of in the dark here.
I'm sure it
feel
isn't
like-
exactly easy to start a guild.
Yeah, no, we just did it not too long ago here. Just 2 days ago now. Right, Gunner? We went into the trial. We walk right out.
Mm-hmm.
4
Yeah,
men
got a lot
in,
done
4 men
recently.
out. Yeah, no, it's a flash.
And you are? He looks to Zero.
I'm Zero. Zero Lightscar. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
The pleasure's all mine. So nice to see people coming out to me. That quest had been posted there for far too long. I hadn't been able to sell my crops in. Oh, it was bad. I was tempted on having to sell part of my land. Even it was getting that bad. I
Wow.
actually, if you didn't come when you did, I was just getting ready. I was in the midst of actually trading off some of my land.
Wow. If you want, I could like take a look at those things and inspect them under like a. I got a workshop
They
back
haven't
over by the
exactly been
guild.
back. They left when we put up the red
Well,
shingles.
I know. I know they don't like red, but maybe I could actually pick one apart and see what's up.
I was just
If it's
speaking if you
magical in
could
nature,
find
you know.
one. I haven't seen one since then.
Okay, well, when I come back here, I might bring some sort of jar or something to
Fine
hold
by
them.
me. I don't want them around here, so you're more than welcome to take them.
No, yeah, I want to see if I can stop this
Say,
thing from
you're by
occurring
the
anymore.
guild, right?
Yeah.
You might want to swing if you catch one of those things. Maybe the guild will be interested. I don't know.
No, yeah, exactly. That's what I was kind of thinking. I
Yeah.
might do my own research with a couple of them and then push it to the guild and see if they can get anything. And then I might be able to
I'm
come back with
from,
a more
the
concrete
swamps and
solution.
whatnot, and I ain't ever seen one of those.
I'm not too much of an entomologist. I'm more of a human-based health and wellness, or know-how. So I don't know. I'll see what I can do, but everything should function similarly. Everything needs to breathe, eat, whatever. There's an origin or a reason for something. Everything.
Well,
know more
I'll
about
see as you guys are busy. I'll let you be on your way now.
Yeah, no worry. You got
He
something to
kind of
add,
gives you
Gunnar?
guys a smile and a nod as he begins to close his door.
I turned to Gunnar. You wanted to say something? Sorry, I
No,
kind of like.
I'm just saying that I've got my fair share of knowledge in just people and medicine and plants. I don't really know about those guys either. Never seen them before.
Yeah, no. We'll figure out that small issue. You mentioned running a delivery somewhere
Oh
because
yeah,
we're kind of strapped for cash.
yeah. I can pick it up in Serafel. It goes to Erner Bayor, so I guess while we're in Serafel, I can pick it up.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about lugging it around. We'll probably come right back through the same
Oh
way,
yeah,
through
yeah,
from
yeah,
Seraphel through.
yeah. That's fine.
And you mentioned a dungeon too.
Yeah. It's around Ionis area.
Oh, really?
Somewhere.
It's a little bit off the beaten path, but
It
we can
wasn't
swing
giving me
around.
exact directions. It's just around there somewhere.
Okay. I assume there's probably been some disturbances, so that's what they assume.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, no, let's get going. To the teleporter, so we can get going. Hopefully we can get right where we need to be. We don't have to walk very far. If we can get right to the Diplomacy Guild, that'd be awesome. But we'll see. So let's go on to Seraphel.
Alright, so you guys head through Seraphel. Are you guys going to go by boat or by porter? That being teleporter.
Probably teleporter. I mean, we do have money. The money was initially to give to the guy, but if we go through the teleporter and we have the to and from access to go and come back, and then we deliver the goods to Erner Bayor, and then we do the other side mission, right? The other task of the dungeon clearing, then we'll have more money than we started out with. And we'll have the other thing out of the way too. So, yeah.
Big ballin'.
Alright, so
We'll be
teleporter?
ballers. Yep. Teleporter.
Alright, so how the teleporter works is you have to walk up to like this desk, and then there'll be a time, kind of like how a train works. You get your ticket, and then you wait for the teleport's time and place to happen, or kind of like an airplane as well, that type of thing. And then everyone steps on this very large teleportation circle, and they all get teleported at once, with one person,
So,
with like one person actually casting the spell. And whatnot. So that's kind of how this works.
when we go up to the desk, right? Or I assume we're there, or are we still en route? Okay.
No, you're there.
Okay. So front desk person, is there like a list of things like up on like a spreadsheet, kind of
Yes,
like a
there's
airplane?
yeah, it shows like the times and whatnot, as well as the locations that you want to go. You can pay for one way or both ways.
Okay. How much does it cost per person?
Roughly per person, it's 10 gold.
Mm.
That's for to and from.
Roughly.
For just one way, it's 5 gold.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, one way it's 5.
Might pick up something over there for a quick job before we come back.
Yeah, right now that'll only cost 15, which we have enough for. That's so expensive.
Yeah, we could probably pick something up there. Let's see here. So,
Right.
what are the options? What's our closest option to the Diplomacy Guild?
Your closest
To the
option to the
south,
Diplomacy
by
Guild,
Haworth?
you can teleport directly to the Diplomacy Guild if you'd like.
Oh,
They have a teleporter.
sweet,
Oh, nice.
They have a public teleporter as
sweet.
well.
So how much do we got to work with? Gunner?
We have $50 total.
$50. It's to and from is 10. We're 3 people. That's 30. It sucks, but that's 2-way. We can get there and get back easy, no problem. I assume we say this in like a little group before the desk. So yeah, that's just what we're gonna do. Diplomacy back. We're done. Don't think about it. Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, I mean, it's the most efficient way, and we can get our money back by doing a couple jobs.
We'll probably come out with more than what we had in the first place. So
yeah,
that's
and
fine.
potentially we could ask them to reimburse us for our travels, because some people are nice enough
Yes.
to do that.
If they offer it, I say so. I don't say we push it though.
Yeah.
Plus, we're already buying a 2-way ticket, so
Yeah.
let's just go talk to them.
All right.
Alright, so you guys walk up to the desk and you see that there's like a younger female human on the other side of the desk. And off to the it's kind of like a there. This is like a glassed-in area as well, with a little area you can speak into. And there's wooden hanging signs with all the prices and locations and stuff that you guys were looking at. Although all the prices appear to be put on there magically, as if they can be changed dynamically. But you walk up to her, and then she looks up. She's got a bright smile on her face. She looks to 3 of you and goes to speak. Oh, hello. Where would you like to go?
Well, 3 to and froms to the Diplomacy Guild.
Diplomacy? What's your business?
Oh, actually, is this under... It's stated here in the letter.
Oh,
I pulled a letter out of my...
if I can see it, you may be subject for free passage. If you don't mind, of
That's
course.
awesome. No, hold on. I reach into my bag, pull it out, open the letter, and turn it towards her.
She grabs it with her black glove she has on, and she looks over it, as well as looking at the seal to make sure it seems legitimate. You'll also see that she pulls out this little gadget that she has in her pocket. She pulls it out. It looks kind of like a watch, but without the like numbers on it and without the clock on it. So it's kind of just like this circular thing. She holds it over the seal, and it kind of like glows on the item itself, and then glows on the seal. And she appears to be satisfied as she puts it away and hands it back to you. Yeah, no, you're completely valid for a free passage.
Oh,
this is your first
Awesome.
time being summoned, I assume?
Yes. We're missing one party member, probably under the weather. But
of course, yes. That's completely fine. If you'd make your way over to the teleportation circle, it doesn't appear to be anything too urgent, so we can't send you on an emergency summons, but we can definitely send you on the next one.
No, it's fine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
By the way, you're
I
next.
have 5
You
left.
guys have about an hour to kill before the next teleportation.
Oh shit.
So we're just
Oh.
chilling.
How far is the teleport gate out from, like, say, Elias's house?
Quite far. He lives on the edge. The teleport gate is kind of on the complete opposite end. It's by the ports.
And the morgue?
The morgue
Where's
is
the morgue?
also on the other end.
Shit. I can't do shit, guys.
uh,
I want to keep it buck.
all good.
What's the minimum time for a short rest?
4 hours, I think. Or maybe I might do it. Let me check. Let me double check for you.
Because I was thinking I could make a shit ton of circles in the meantime that I would need for any other reasons.
Oh, it's
Because
just
I
1
haven't
hour.
been utilizing my 1 hour.
But
fucking go!
you can't do anything more than eating, drinking, reading, or tending to wounds. You can't do anything more strenuous than that.
No, that's fine.
Which would include
No, I was
making
literally I was
circles.
just gonna. No, I was just gonna make all the circles real quick, and then I was gonna utilize my hour.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Not during the time.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna quickly like blast through half my energy. I think is it half? Is it half your spell slots?
Do you have a short
Therefore, it'd be
rest
half your
button?
mana.
Yeah, you guys have a short rest button, so you can click that on your sheet and it'll automatically do it for you.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I don't know what that quantifies as. I'm not trying to blow my entire load, so to speak.
Here, let me get the exact thing for you. Because I can't exactly
Yeah,
remember either.
Because I was just gonna match it 1-to-1. I was just gonna do like if it's half, it's half. If it's a quarter, quarter, and just make circles for whatever reason. Because I'm gonna be like,
Oh, you actually don't gain
building
any
a-
mana or any stamina. It's just hit dice stuff
shit.
Right.
or HP.
Okay, whatever. Nope. Cut it. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. I'm just gonna sit here with my thumb up my ass for an hour. Yeah, we
around
got an
this
hour
area,
kill,
there's a
guys.
lot
You
of
do
like
whatever
traffic as people come in from the ports and the teleporters. And as you like hear the teleporters go off, they make these big like whoosh sound every single time they go off. You see with each teleporter, there's at least one person, but usually there's 2 or 3 around the area. And then there's like this magical barrier that's placed in front of it, so that way they can't get in at all to the teleporter,
there's no,
or
like,
actually fall
stowaways.
in or anything like that.
Yeah.
Just for you know what? Can all 3 of you roll history for me, please?
Sure.
Yep.
Why not?
I might have blown my luck, but
Not bad.
oh
Okay.
well.
Oh, okay.
Never mind. I'm just awesome, guys.
Yep,
sorry.
yep. Keep blazing yourself. Keep blazing yourself. It seems to be working.
Dude, yeah, you just gotta be full of it. You just gotta fake it till you make it, dude.
So full of it. You guys can remember these teleporters run off of what's called the deep weave, which is essentially electricity via mana, throughout different cities. So that's what these run off of.
How does this information help me?
What?
I was confused.
It's just a
nothing.
history thing. You can use it to your
I was
advantage, I
like-
guess, in some scenario.
It's
but
like trivia.
Yeah, it was more so like
Trivia. I wasn't sure if this was like useful to something that I'm just either overthinking. I'm
No, I
like,
get
you
it.
got me thinking for no reason.
Can I tap into the deep weave?
No, that's not what I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just confused.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Alright, that's a valid reason.
It's whatever.
Okay, so do you guys want to do anything during the hour, or are you just gonna chill for an hour?
I mean, I can't do shit.
I don't see anything to do.
Yeah, I'm just going to relax.
Okay. So
I guess I'll
after
make a couple circles.
you make a couple circles.
I'm just gonna throw them. I'll just throw them together, and I'll give you my number for
Okay.
how much I've lost. see here.
Make sure to roll
Just
for
carry
them
on.
as well. Actually, not casting them. You're just
Well,
making them.
no, it's just making them.
Yeah,
Just making them.
I am placing blocks and
No, dude.
And how exactly are you making them?
Well,
Because there's not any.
see, the only thing I can't.
There's not like any ground here that isn't owned by the city of Serafil right now. Around here.
Damn, I'm gonna steal government property. Nah, I'll just fuck
Oh.
off. I'll fuck off. I'm not gonna do anything. I can't
Okay.
do anything.
Oh
Okay.
heavens.
How dirty is the air? How dusty is the air?
Not
Wait,
dusty enough.
what?
Not dusty enough for what you're thinking.
Hold
Alright.
on, I'm left out of the loop. What was the strat? What am I missing?
Okay,
What was the plan?
So basically, my strategy for making circles for the entire time has usually been shape Earth into circle, because also I can ingrain shapes into the Earth that I'm making, and it's a cantrip, so it costs me nothing to make the circle in terms of mana.
Mhm.
So then I make it, and then it costs me alchemical stamina to make it once it's made. And then when I fail and mess up the roll on a fizzle on a 1 out of 4 chance, unless it's a 1 out of 8 chance because it's like a tattoo, which is my human transmutation tattoo. I recently got it. W. Then, it fizzles and I use all my stamina for potentially nothing or everything. And I can just keep spamming it. So I was going to make circles out of nothing, but there's nothing to make circles out of nothing.
You were hoping for a little something, but there was nothing at all.
There was literally nothing. So we're going to carry on and we're going to fuck off here, unless you guys have
Okay, thank you for the clarification, because it went over my head.
No, that's pretty much my entire shtick. Like, that's what you can expect, like, me doing all the time.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys proceed through the teleporter, as usual. There's a lot of people going through with you as well. You see that normally, people will hand off their tickets, but you guys are sufficient enough to just show your letter and the stamp and whatnot, and then they'll let you through. They kind of have like these little pockets or doorways, I guess you could call them, within the barriers that they open specifically when it's time, and then they usher people in. There's 2 doorways to let people in. So they let you guys in through this magical barrier, which for reference is kind of like this, almost visible, but it's kind of like this glowing, slightly golden light that you can't really pass through or push through. This is normally seen as like a barrier spell for protection.
Hold on. I just thought of something that you could do that's technically fraudulent. How didn't she just scan like the seal that was like the wax seal that's like on the letter, right?
Yes.
Bro, couldn't I just take the envelope, take the paper out, put another paper in, and say, "Oh yeah, I'm here on this business"? If I wanted to go, for instance,
You
to the
could
diplomacy
try.
court. I'm not going to commit a crime because my character's beyond that. But like, how?
I mean, it's
like,
like,
just
think about it like this. Think about it like this. It's like when you have a fake ID to go drink or something, and sometimes they'll check it and sometimes they won't.
So she's just
like
really.
So like if they're sus of you, they will check it personally. But
no, dude, I'm disarming as hell, dude. I'll just roll a Chad charisma check, and they'll just like fall all over me. It's gonna happen.
Yes.
This is why you guys are called Misfits Fortune.
I'm too cool to get caught.
I'm too cool.
I'm just like that. I'm just like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hey DM, can I roll a cool check?
We aren't playing what is it, Monster Hearts, I think? Has that stat?
No, cool.
Apocalypse.
Cool is
Apocalypse Fourth, right?
No. It's Cyberpunk Red. That's cool.
Oh,
Cyberpunk Red is
cool. Oh wait, no, I think okay, so Cyberpunk Red has it. Another tabletop also has it though.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But cool.
This is like
for just being that guy.
Anyways, you guys get through. They check it. They okay it. And you guys get on through. The teleportation is really smooth compared to what you felt in the past. Especially the one out of the trial, considering that one was scuffed anyways.
Yeah.
So this feels really smooth. It does take about 30 seconds before you actually feel anything, and this is a rather slow teleportation. And as you guys are kind of, you're not even like falling, you're kind of just floating in this dark abyss. You can see all the people around you as well within this teleport. Although you can't seem to really move or do much, but you can manage to like talk and look around and stuff. But as you're like kind of floating here. You'll feel the ground slowly materialize beneath you, and you'll gently be placed onto the ground. And you guys are now just outside of the Diplomacy Guild, which, as you can see on the map here, is a massive castle, just like the rest of the guilds, with a massive gate.
Yeah.
Its gate is currently wide open. They do have guards up on the towers, in the windows and on top, as well as around the front gate, and they're armed.
Let's walk right in. Let's just walk right in.
You
I mean, fuck.
You all walk in,
guilty.
as well as many of the other people. Many of the other people are going in so the first thing you see when you walk in is this giant courtyard that's very open. It looks very similar to the Heart in terms of what they had set up with the tents and whatnot. You see a lot of these tents with lines in them. Some of them labeled for like different mailing things or taxes or etc. All these different things that they handle. But you guys walk in, and shortly after, you guys kind of just are looking around, not like moving around, looking around, just kind of with your eyes. This individual walks up to you. They appear to be masked up completely, and they have a hood on. No one bats an eye at them, but they walk over and they bow to you. And they kind of hold their hand out and gesture for you to follow them.
Cool.
Hmm.
As soon as this is our entourage.
Yeah,
Our guide.
I mean,
They nod.
Yeah, let's say so. Yep.
seems trustable enough.
Cool. Okay.
They kind of hearing Zero say that, they kind of cough a little bit and show off their little badge they have of the Diplomacy Guild.
Seems trustable. Not enough anymore, just purely trustable.
With that, they seem to be satisfied enough, and they turn around, and they're gonna lead you guys through a branching corridor off to the side that has a spiral staircase going up. This is kind of where that like square tower is over here, if you see it on the map. So you kind of go up this staircase until there's a hallway that he leads you into, and then he'll kind of just knock on a door at the very end of it, and then step aside, nod to you guys, and bow, and then walk away.
Thank you.
Well,
on the inside, you hear some movement.
Chill guy.
You hear some drawers. You hear miscellaneous sounds of people stepping around. There seems to be several people within. You see this little like slab of wood slide to the side where they can kind of peek through with their eyes. And you can almost immediately recognize this to be Zalor from the speech, as he was the one who wanted to personally speak with you. He sees you guys and his eyes light up, and he closes the little slide and he opens the door. He does not have his armor on, so right now he kind of has his official clothing on, which is more so of like these like this suit with his own little emblem on it, assuming to be his family emblem. But no, he opens the door and he has his clothes on. In the back, you can see two guards. They are completely dressed in armor, as well as one has a sword and a bow, and the other one doesn't seem to be armed. You can assume they have some type of weaponry on them somewhere, though. Welcome in. If you guys could just take some seats here, and it's just you three.
Yeah, no, our fourth couldn't make it.
Oh no, that's completely fine. If you could just take your seats here. He turns around and he takes one chair away. He had 4 set up for you guys. He takes one chair, kind of sets it off into the corner, and he walks around to the other side of his desk that he has, and he sits down and kind of leans back a second. And as you guys get comfortable, he looks to both his guards and nods, and you'll see that both of them actually leave the room. They don't seem to walk away, but they stand outside.
Yeah.
So, as you both know, looking to, or as you all know, looking to you three, what you saw coming out of the trials isn't exactly normal. I'm glad you happened to notice that and report it, because from what we've gathered today, as well as the couple days following the trials recently, yours was the only case involving that knowledge. And
Really?
of course, we might think, oh, this could be a fluke. But when we look at all the other trial goers and what they experienced, it wasn't anything cohesive. At all.
There's a lot of fraudulent reports.
No, it wasn't fraudulent. They were legitimate.
Really?
For example, we had one party say that they were in a building and the building was upside down with people walking like on the walls, and they weren't people, they just resembled people. Many attributed this to be kind of like a fever dream.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by they weren't very cohesive.
Yeah, just kind of abstract thoughts. Not very meaningful.
He
so
sighs
he called us in
and
here to,
oh, go ahead.
you called us in here to like account our like witness or discuss something or
Both, actually. I'd like to hear from your mouth, as well as I'm going to be doing a little bit of digging within your minds to try and figure out what exactly went on within the trial. We don't believe you lied.
Cool.
That isn't it.
No.
For someone making
probably
up
could
something
offer a
as
better picture.
grand and crazy as this, it just wouldn't add up. Especially as new trial goers. We didn't find much information about what you said, but as I mentioned earlier, it was the only cohesive thing we found within these trials. The main reason we wanted to even look into this is because this hasn't happened before. It's only been happening, as far as our reports go back, about a week. And as you can imagine, the populace hasn't exactly been too happy about something being wrong or different with the trials.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds pretty concerning.
With something so important to our culture, as well as the world's peace and stability, it isn't exactly something we take lightly here at the Diplomacy Guild. Now, as you know, I'm not exactly the head of the Diplomacy Guild here, but I do have an office here. I normally run the Heart, and that's where I heard many of these reports. Again, I appreciate your time and putting in the effort of your little report you had. As for the information we were able to recall, as I mentioned, there wasn't much. This information we were able to get from the elves over in Aeonis. And even then, they had to spend several days and nights straight searching for this information in their troves of knowledge that they have over there. And what they found wasn't exactly something we could do much with, but I wanted to present it to you nonetheless. See what you can make of it. This was found in one of the ancient scrolls at the bottom level of one of the libraries. I don't exactly have it here with me, because those are fragile documents that I will not be giving out or copying, but all we were able to gather is that, based on your account, the name is familiar, that being Nauthrix, and appears to be tied to some ancient ruler, long ago. We don't know the exact time frame, as it was not written down, or it was lost within the writing. This ruler was most likely a tyrant, but it does mention something of his elder council as well. It also makes note that they are human, which was the only discrepancy between what you described and what we have here.
Human.
Yes.
As in humanoid, or of the human race specifically?
Unfortunately, we couldn't exactly get those details out. The language was also somewhat lost. The elves were the only people who were able to read it, and that was just barely.
And they probably had to decipher it. Okay. Is that most of it? Or all of it?
That's all we could find.
Okay, so he also brought up his elder council of rulers, this being. It looked kind of draconic. Do you think that I'm kind of confused here. I guess I'm spitballing. The most we can offer in terms of our insights is most likely just spitballs, because we saw what we saw, but we're probably not experts in this field.
I'd like you to give
I looked.
your account of exactly what happened that day.
Okay. And you said you wanted to peek into our heads?
Yes, that will come after.
Okay. Gunner? Zero? Actually, Zero wasn't. Well, it's pretty much between
I
me
was
and Gunner.
there. I was just separated. Remember?
Wait, were you with us when?
I went through the same stuff. We recounted this.
Yeah,
I just wasn't with you guys
But
in the group.
yeah. Did he say anything different for you, specifically?
Not that I could recall.
Okay.
Kind of the same stuff as we're ungrateful. Gonna take this over now.
Yeah. Okay. So, basically, what we have to work with here is after our trial, after the tree asked us our questions, handed us our item, right? Altogether, when we went on to the next step, we thought to be leaving. We sunk into like this black pit of darkness, and we thought it to be similar to the transitionary like stage within the tree that we kind of knew before. Because I don't know about you guys, but during the first part of the stage, that's what happened to me. We kind of there's a pit of blackness that dropped around us or around me.
Yeah.
Many trial
Before
goers
we
experience
moved on.
that as well. That's normally the
Yeah.
weave transferring you between different trials.
So we were in the middle of this transfer, as you say, and instead of being portaled or moved or transported to the next stage or being pushed out of the tree, out of the trial, instead we were presented with this smoky black figure whose eyes stood as tall as we did tall, as it kind of gazed at our level, and it looked kind of draconic, or maybe like a dragon, or a worm, wyvern, whatever word you want to describe it as. I can't really offer much insight to that because, well, I don't know anything about it. Just what we saw. And you guys are welcome to pitch in anything that you guys remember. Anything from the scent of the air to the, whatever. Any details you guys remember.
I mean, so far you're spot on.
Anyway, it basically said, "Who dares?" Whatever. Started with its whole shtick. Why are you here? Kind of were more apologetic. We said something along the lines of, and do forgive me, it's been a couple days.
Of course, hence why I was probing your mind.
Something along the lines of, we're sorry that we're here. We're just being transported through a trial phase. I said something like, "What are you?" which is more blunt and kind of rude.
Kind of offensive.
And then kind of offensive. So I changed to, "Whom are you?" It didn't really give me anything. It was more of an archaic, whatever, doesn't matter. Didn't really give me anything for that information. Instead, it exchanged for that ask. It just said, "Yeah, I'm Nelthrix, essentially. And, well, me and my other council are going to come and take the tree from you because you're unworthy or you misuse, or I assume if it's a higher up there being, it was probably watching, or maybe it was the king of old or a tyrant of old, and it has sat here and watched us as we kind of throw ourselves into a war over magic, which ended terribly. But
So this
still,
being had knowledge of the current events going on in the world. Is this correct?
I assume, because how it was casting shame towards the entire greater humanoid and higher thought species in general that use magic, it was kind of just accusatory. So I can only assume that it knows what we've been doing.
It never specifically said that it knew, but
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
seemed likely.
Yes. Exactly.
Did it say
Kind
or do
of,
anything else?
Well, it pretty much just gave the threat that they're gonna take the tree, and we got out of its sight. We got kicked out of the trial. It was just simply a small, like, intermittent period of
Or
probably something
that
less than 3
happened. That
minutes.
happened before we met. Before we like ended the trial with the tree, and we got our
Yeah.
yeah. That was
Yeah.
pre going to the tree, getting our reward.
No. I thought we already got our reward.
No, it was after. It was after. Like we got it afterwards from seeing that it like while on our way to
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
transport us to
Yes.
the end of the trial, we got stopped.
Yes. That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there wasn't really much exchanged, and it wasn't really an exchange. We're kind of just talking at him, and they were talking at us.
I
Wasn't very
see.
conversational.
Well, based on what we've gathered so far, if this is the same person, they'd have to have some quite strong magic to live as long as they have. What's your guess or hunch of it being a dragon of sorts wouldn't be that far-fetched?
I mean, if it was a humanoid, non-confirmed human, could it have always been a dragon or something like that?
Some dragons, if they possess enough power, remain in a humanoid form as a way to blend in with society, using their power to work within, or so I've heard. This could be one of
What do you
those
think?
cases, and
Yeah.
seeing as this was long ago, we don't even have a date. This could very well be before the weave.
Okay, so maybe it saw the weave come into existence, saw how we used it while it was among us, and was like, damn, this ain't right. So now it has a problem, or now it's going to do something about it, or they are going to do something about it. They also spoke of an elder council. In the writings, did it say a number?
It did not number them. It simply stated that there was an elder council.
Okay.
Which this fits with him being a ruler.
Yeah.
However, I'm not sure of where or of what country, as that was not named.
Maybe it was kind of before borders were chartered.
Seeing as how long ago it was, you just might be right with that.
Other than that, I mean, we're kind of just shooting in the dark, throwing something at the wall until it sticks. That's what we have to work with.
I think that's all the information we have so far that we gathered.
No. If you'd like to scan our brains, you can. I mean, not that we were gonna not do that anyway.
I appreciate that you are so willing to do so. It may take a moment. You may even black out for a minute, but fear not. You'll be okay afterwards. Some people respond differently. However, this does have some magical properties to it, so if you have any counter spells on, I'd ask that you please dispel them.
I shrug.
I don't have any.
I'm good.
Well, in that case, if you could all lay your heads down on the desk, I will simply place my hand on each of one of your heads. And it may feel like I'm picking at your brain, quite literally, from what I've heard. There may be slight pain, but it shouldn't last too long.
Nothing. Oh well. For science or whatever. I'm gonna put my head on the desk.
This is to ensure that maybe some memories that you have forgotten or blended together aren't forgotten.
I will follow suit.
Yep.
Alright, so he starts with a gunner on the left. Could I have you roll a wisdom saving throw, please?
Get a nat 20 and it just doesn't work. No way!
You did.
Of course.
Okay, so he continues through it, and you don't feel any of the pain he really mentioned at all. Nor do you feel like you black out at all. You'd remain completely conscious during the whole thing. Right.
Hmm.
You responded oddly well to that. Maybe it's not your first time being probed. He goes to Milo and places his hand on your head. Would you roll a wisdom
Wow,
save,
chicka,
please?
wow. Oh, hey, one less. Look at that. Not quite perfect. Hey, come on, get 20.
The same thing happens with you. You don't really feel like blacking out or anything. You feel it there, like some type of force in your brain, but it doesn't hurt at all.
Now,
and you
here's
only
the-
barely feel it, so
Yeah, no.
seems everything's
Here's
adding
where I
up.
roll a 1.
You recounted everything quite well.
Thanks.
Now Zero, if I may, places his hand on your head.
Alright. See what I mean?
Ooh.
Oh no.
He
Me
places his
and
hand
Gunnar on the sleep.
on your head, and his hand begins to glow. But as he does so, your cowl lights up and zaps his hand, and he pulls back his hand. I thought I mentioned to remove all dispelling spells. Or counter spells,
gonna
any
talk about it.
countermeasures.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but yeah, no, I kind of thought about that.
Oh yeah, forgot I had this whole thing on. I'm gonna take the thing off.
0.
My bad. I'm sorry.
To be expected
I'm
from
giving
a
him
sprout.
I'm giving him the disappointed dad look.
Sorry, Dad.
Okay, after you
Yeah,
take it
yeah.
off, he tries again. Roll wisdom save again, please.
Come on. No.
It does hurt a little bit, and halfway through, and by the way, each time he's been doing this, it takes about a minute for each of you. For Zero, it does take a little bit longer, it takes about 2 minutes, and roughly about halfway through, Zero goes unconscious on the table. You kind of see his eyelids slowly close as if he's going off, lulling into a sleep. And Zero, the entire time, you kind of feel like this as if someone's like taking something and just poking into your brain, like deep inside there, and it kind of hurts a little bit. Not too bad though compared to what you've felt. And after the 2 minutes are up, he releases his hand, and about a couple seconds later, you come back to. Zero, it seems you aren't quite as used to that as the other two, but that may be why you have that gift.
Yeah.
Well, it seems that everything that was recounted by you, Milo, seems to be right. As for what you guys saw, based on its size, and it appeared to also breathe fire, I would guess that it is a dragon.
Seems. Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Now, since we have this information, I have another task for you, for your guild, for all of you.
Task? Ooh.
Yes.
That being?
He sighs and sits down in his chair after standing up to place his hand on you guys. The elves. They've requested that I send you over to them. If I had to guess, they would like to probe you themselves. However, based on my findings, we should be able to proceed with caution, of course, into digging into some cultures and lost tomes, so to speak.
Okay.
Because if it's a dragon council we're thinking of, unless it was just one draconic human being, I guess, or humanoid, ruling over other humans, we may be able to find some type of overlapping details and such within the tomes inside of the elves' library. So I will give you guys the supplies you'll need to get there. However, it hopefully shouldn't take long unless they give you another task. As for me, I'm done with you. I probably won't see you after the elves are done with you, and you'll most likely be sent back to your guild to continue growing it or building it.
Okay. So go to the elves, get your brain scanned. Is that like our only job? Is getting our brain scanned, or grabbing anything, or?
That's all they would mention to me, although they were quite tight-lipped about it. They
Okay,
aren't too
that's
keen
fine.
on sharing their information unless it's needed.
Okay.
It appears
So
to
that's
be
what we
a
get to work with.
cultural thing, which, me being from Abyss, I completely understand.
Fair enough.
Well, if that's all that you guys have for me, then that's all I have for you.
Yeah.
All right.
I stand up and push my chair in, I guess.
Polite. I'm evil. I stand up and don't push my chair in.
I will push in my chair.
Good day to you, Miss Fitzfortune. Thank you for your time.
Mm.
If you would, my assistant outside will escort you down and give you a different type of seal. It should be the same one from your letter. It'll allow you to get back to where you came from.
Awesome.
Okay. One more thing. I don't know if you would happen to know this. Is there a place, or I guess a part of the Diplomacy Guild that's specialized towards like guilds, the guild tax, stuff like that? Those, can I get a printout of one of those brackets so I understand how to
I'm not
finance a little
entirely
bit better?
sure. I don't own a guild,
Okay.
and as I said, I'm not exactly a leader here.
Would the assistant be able to guide me there?
He should be able to, as he does work here.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Of course.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
exit.
And you guys, just make sure to be careful around the elves.
Yeah,
Understood.
probably. Be courteous. Probably don't try to be too friendly or pushy. Got it. I kind of know those type of people,
Right.
or I can understand.
They're good people, just not...
Reserved.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
best of luck to you all.
Thank you.
Alright, so you guys are heading out the door?
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, you guys walk outside and you see the guards outside laid out on the floor.
Laid out.
Laid out,
Like,
unconscious.
oh, what the?
I'm going to immediately yell.
I'm gonna reach for my bag.
He's right behind me, isn't he?
Dude, what? He's right by. No, you can't say that. You're cooked.
No, I'm gonna like unholster my revolver. Get ready for anything.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
going
gonna.
to run back inside and yell at the guy.
I'm gonna lean down and try to. I'm gonna reach my hands out and touch both the guards.
Alright, could you roll insight, please, twice?
Let's summon those nat 20s again. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Bang. Aw.
You have a... What's your insight modifier?
Oh, my bad. Those are just d20s. Hold on. Oh.
5. Wait, no.
5.
5. Okay,
5.
so that's a 23 and an 18.
We're doing great.
Alright, so on the first guy, you feel distress, surprise, panic.
No shit. No shit.
For real.
What? No, dude. All right.
You gain a quick memory and almost a feeling of pain in your neck from like a stab wound.
Can I turn bro's head?
You turn his head, and there doesn't appear to be anything there, but there is like a red blemish
Oh wait, no.
in its place. You glean the same thing from the other guy.
We got some sort of stealth attacker or something. There's a mark on these guys, but there's no real damage.
Gunnar, you turn around, and there's an individual standing behind Zalor with a knife to his throat.
Hey.
Don't
What's going on?
move a muscle.
I go completely frozen.
Zalor tries to struggle, but as he does, the knife goes closer to his neck and does draw blood.
Can I get a read on this person? Like, is there any noticeable things about their feature? Male, feminine,
cloaked.
male figure, cloaked.
They're cloaked, and
Well,
they
was
seem
it
to
a
be hazy,
masculine?
almost see-through.
Was it a masculine or feminine voice?
Masculine.
Okay, masculine. What else can I? He's cloaked. He's got a knife.
He seems to be slightly hazy or see-through as well.
Oh, we got a repeat of that one guy. Guys, it's a callback to Terra Season 1. Only Gunnar would get that.
Those could
or actually, the Terra Season 2 maybe. Or not Terra, sorry. Shit. Big Eyes.
Thing.
Season 1. Season 2.
Yeah.
The smoke guy.
Mm.
Okay. Anyway, lock in.
Now, if you
References
guys want
aside.
him to live, you'll do as I say. You understand?
Gotcha.
What are your demands?
What's up?
You three will come with us. No questions asked. No struggling.
Us?
I do have one question. What does us mean?
Yeah.
Who's asking the questions? He pushes the knife closer to his neck and draws more blood.
Damn, okay, relax.
Okay,
so
bro.
us three are
Cool.
coming with you and whomever you are with, or you in general, the royal you.
Weapons down now. He eyes your weapons.
I don't have
the
any.
gun.
I don't have any weapons.
I don't
Fine.
If you want to
That's not
reach
like
through
I
my
got.
bag, you can reach through my bag, but I don't have any weapons. Just my cane for walking. And that's not a weapon.
Yeah, I don't have any weapons either.
Don't you have a staff?
Oh yeah, I do. Hang on my back.
It's a
That's
walking
on your
stick.
back.
Just lie. Just lie.
Just lie.
It's just a walking stick, dude. Just lie.
He's so
Just
used to the
lie.
weight. He's so used to the weight. He just doesn't recognize.
Yeah.
So are you putting that on the ground, or like what are you doing with that?
I'll throw my staff on the floor.
I'm gonna also take my dagger out because I know I have that on me.
This
And I'm
guy
gonna
seems
set that down
completely like
where my
super
gun is.
unstable, so I'm not gonna try anything.
Yeah, no, this guy's a fucking freak.
Now kick them towards me.
Yeah, no. Whatever you say, man.
I am going.
Hey, could I enter the room and like close the door so we're not making a scene?
Oh, trust me, we're making the scene here. We have a mage
Well, I
outside the
prefer to
gates
not.
causing a commotion, as well as a group inside the guild.
Well, shit. Can I come in anyway? I mean, like, if I'm coming with you anyway, I might as well come in and step in, right?
I don't think so. Milo Hohenheim, alchemist.
Damn. Wow. Okay, dude.
We get
Don't
a
need
unit
to
and
spread my. Don't wear out my head. Okay. Not funny as aside.
Now,
Yeah.
Zalor
alright, stay
here isn't of interest, but you three are.
Okay.
Oh, we are. Okay,
Okay. We can't ask questions though.
Yeah, that means
yeah.
that they find him disposable, and we don't want him to die. So
We're gonna listen to their demands. Isn't it right, Mister?
Yep.
Now, this guy here, you do anything funny, anything I don't like, he dies.
Okay.
Can I get a read on Zalor's like whole deal? Is he like gonna shit himself? Is he scared or is he confident?
Wouldn't you be scared if there was a knife to your throat?
I know, but like he's him. He's him.
He's pretty scared. You can
Okay,
kind of
so
see.
he's not him. We're fucked. So if he's scared, I'm
Okay,
not,
with
and I'm
your
not him,
insight,
and he is him. I'm gonna piss myself.
So, with your insight, at first he seemed relatively confident, and now he's not.
Oh, okay.
Could you roll perception for me, please?
I need to get a read on him. We're gonna work together. I'm gonna read his mind and perception. 15. Mediocre.
Towards the beginning of all this whole scandal, you notice that he attempted to use magic and couldn't, and then that's when he started getting scared.
Okay.
So they have like some sort of jammer.
You guys feel the entire castle shake as an explosion on the other end of the castle erupts.
Hey, isn't this the diplomacy guild? Could we like not blow everything up, please?
As if it matters to us. Why do we need this stupid guild? We just
Okay,
need you
cool,
three
so you're not-
with us. Now, if you
Okay,
walk
so how about we
down
leave?
the corridor, I'll be
You get
behind
it, you're
you.
yonder area.
Alright.
Okay.
Please don't patronize our current captor. Zero. Let's just leave. Please don't patronize the captor. Please don't do that. That would
I'm
not
sorry.
be good. We're gonna work with them. So we're gonna walk down the corridor. We're cool.
As
We're
you
not
guys walk
gonna do
down the
funny
corridor, two more of these cloaked figures appear behind you guys, and you can hear them kind of appear with footsteps behind you. They look identical to the other guy.
Damn, are you guys like Delta Force or something? Sorry, no, I don't need to ask that question.
Nope.
It was the same another question. I swear.
So they lead you downstairs
No, dude,
out
I'm
into
impressed.
the grounds that you guys saw before, and you see that there are masses in panic and whatnot, but they're all kind of contained by more cloaked figures holding them back.
So how many numbers are we talking by now?
You can see at least 12 within your eyesight.
Christ. I'm sorry.
You also
Could've
can
just
see a flame burning towards the main gate as you guys walk towards it, and as you turn the corner, the entire wooden gate that was there is in smithereens and is on fire in different places around the front gate. As well as some stones and bricks that got thrown down after the explosion.
Sir Captor, please tell me you haven't killed anybody yet.
He kind of
I really hate.
He just shrugs.
Damn. He's ore farming. He's ore farming, guys. I can't stop him. I can't.
Somebody.
Okay, so you guys are escorted outside of the diplomacy guild. Before these like two guys in front of you walk over to what you would assume to be the mage that casted this. He is wearing the same thing they are wearing, except it's more ornate with these golden designs on it. You don't see any recognizable symbols though. You see both of them walk up to this mage and mumble to him. He nods and continues nodding as they kind of continue to speak. Could I have you guys roll perception, please?
Yeah. Would it be possible to try to... No, I'm not too big on magic. To try to remember where the hell... Like, is this evocation of some gem? Like wartime... how can I articulate my thoughts? If this is like a wartime strategy that was used from a certain country, like, oh yeah, it's the famous whatever strategy. Whatever.
Are you looking for more so like who, like
country of origin that could be doing this?
The people, like recognizing the people, or the magic?
Them. Well, just the magic of origin, because that might tell me a thing or two about the people or the mage. Yeah.
Roll history.
Let's try. We suck, guys. We suck. I've lost my mojo.
You can't seem to remember anything about, like, not even any rumors about these guys. Nothing matches up in your brain as you kind of are picking your brain for the information. With your perception rules, Zero and Gunner, you don't really notice anything. However, Milo, you notice that there seems to be a figure skulking around at the edge of your view in the tree line off of the beaten path.
Hmm.
You don't see much, but
like
you
away
see
from,
kind of a blur.
Like Stealthing for these guys, or
No,
stealthing,
this
stealthing
does
like
not look to
from these
be.
guys?
This does not look to be him. Like any of these guys. Someone who is not affiliated at all.
I'm gonna like look from that point of the tree line and just go, and then like look at the mage, and I'm gonna look at the mage and oh, I can't use my magic. Oh, I can't use my Oh, and then I'm gonna shut the fuck up
I
before
wish I could
anybody like
really
looks at me. Weird.
You're gonna have one guy come over and he's gonna sock you in the face.
Damn.
Oh, ooh, that's smart.
It's gonna do three damage.
Okay, worth. I'm laying down signals. I'm laying down calls, bro. They don't know. They don't know what I know. 3?
You guys played Siege one time.
Yeah, bro.
Call outs.
They're on blue staircase. They're on red. They're on red. Coming up red. Leaning right. I have crouch height. Shoot crouch height.
Wall
Yeah, they're gonna get cooked.
But you see someone kind of moving around in the bushes, and then you see as you follow like the figure kind of while also saying as what you did, they're not really paying much attention to their surroundings, more so just talking to each other, and more of this group is filing out of the diplomacy guild. They're not taking any more hostages, you notice?
So was I handed the seal
You were.
already? I was okay, I would have put it in my bag. I'm gonna keep it in my bag.
Okay.
I'm not gonna pull anything out of my bag.
Right.
I'm not reaching. My hands are up. I'm not gonna reach.
I'm trying to think.
But as you follow this humanoid through the tree line and whatnot, he moves very fast, and all that you can glean from him is green hair and like a coat.
This is the same masculine voiced person
Um,
that was like, "Hey, come with me. Yeah, I'm gonna cut this guy."
which guy? The guy that punched you?
The guy who, no. The guy who actually like, who captured us, I guess.
Yeah.
Originally.
Yeah.
The first guy was gone.
In Zeller's room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Zeller's still with us.
Yeah, he's still being dragged with you guys.
Fuck.
Where you were following this guy, you suddenly see like a quick flash of light over there.
Yeah, we're cooked.
And you see it like 3 times.
We're gonna get fucking stolen. We're gonna get pulled into some sort of trafficking. It's over.
You'll see the mage turns around and places his hand on the ground, and you'll see that he's using Shape Earth to make a very large teleportation circle by the looks of it.
Oh damn, he's like that.
You notice that when he does this, these 4 bottles around his waist glow. You can assume that he has mana stored in them.
Damn, bro's got Estus flasks. This is crazy.
He continues drawing that. You'll hear Zalor kind of struggle in the back, and you'll hear him get punched in the gut as he falls to his knees and then gets dragged up onto his feet.
Man, I didn't do that guy.
I'm gonna shout back, "Hey, you got us. You don't have to beat him up. He's not doing anything. You're after us. Leave him alone, please."
You're gonna
if you want to punch me, punch me.
A guy's gonna grab you and grab you by your wrists and try to put your hands behind your back.
Dude, I'm compliant, dude. Cool.
I'm gonna look at
I'll put my hands behind my back.
I'm gonna look at Zero and put my finger to my lips, like, be quiet.
I'm a yapper. I can't help
You'll notice that he doesn't really he doesn't like cast any magic on you, but he is gonna put some handcuffs on you.
Probably alchemical or magical resistant handcuffs because he's trying to gag me and keep me from doing things. That's completely fine.
Well, if he knows who you are, then yeah, definitely
the former or the latter. That's fine.
Zero, you're gonna have a guy come up behind you, and he's gonna kick you in the back and like bring you to your knees. while another 2 people come over and take your cloak off of you.
God damn, they're stripping him.
You fucking dick. Okay.
One guy just spits in your face
Oh
after you
my.
say that.
I'm
They take
going
your
to turn
cloak.
you into an example
They
later.
take your cloak and give it to one of their members in the back just to carry.
Bro, that's my thing. I like my things.
Hey,
Can you give
hey,
my
hey,
thing
man,
back?
it's fine. It's fine. It's cool, Zero.
But it's my
We're
thing.
just happy little prisoners. But we're happy little prisoners. It's okay.
I'm not happy. He took my thing.
No. It's okay. It's okay. Can
You all 3 are gonna get a flash of words in your mind at the same time, and you don't recognize this voice, but it says, "Quick, make a distraction."
Oh,
gonna, like-
dude, I got it. Oh, it's coming out. It's coming out. It's like the poop meme. It's coming out, guys. I got a shit, guys, dude. I don't think you want to carry me around with poop in my pants. Like,
I'm
there's.
gonna put my foot through the nearest.
Dude, I know him.
guard's
He's
knee.
not playing. He's not playing. He will shit himself.
Dude, I ate some terrible shit, dude. I'm gonna give it a buck.
What'd you say, Gunnar?
Please. I know we're prisoners,
I
but we
said
have at least standards. Please.
I said I'm going to put my foot through the nearest guard's knees.
Oh, dang, you're just gonna kick his knee.
Full force. I'm drop kicking his.
Roll
his
strength,
knee.
please.
Bro, he's literally like the overgrowth bunny. A crazy reference, dude. You guys don't know
What's
what
a
that is.
strength
Oh,
save,
strength
my
save.
brother?
Looks wrong, but my bad. That's what I want. Same result.
Same exact rule, except one was a
Pretty
plus
much.
2, one was a -1. You kick his knee, and then you hear Zalor behind you get thrown to the ground and stomped on.
No!
The guy you kicked kind of falls down to one knee, but then you quickly get grabbed and reprimanded by 3 more guys.
He was making a teleportation circle, right?
Yeah, he's still making it.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna like step on the ground, and I'm gonna use stone shit, and I'm gonna try to fucking. I'm gonna keep it under my foot for the one part of the circle that's fucked up, and I'm just gonna hide it under my foot, and I'm not gonna move. an
As
inch
you
if
go
I-
to cast your magic, you'll notice that the cuffs you have on tighten, and as you continue to cast it, they tighten more and more until they start digging into your skin, and then your magic gets cut off.
All right. Hey, bust these cuffs. I'm gonna break the circle. I'm gonna whisper over it. Hey, Zero, come here. Help me get these cuffs off.
Yeah, I got you. I'm gonna like work to help get it off.
Wait, hold on. If I use, oh no, but I couldn't. I can't use that.
While they're holding me down, I'm going to flail and absolutely just
Could you roll
Causes
a strength save?
strength save.
Mhm.
All right, there you go.
I'm gonna break these cuffs. You can't break those cuffs. I'm gonna break these cuffs. Gonna be okay.
All right. 14. You knock one guy off and begin to like
Damn.
get up more so, and then another guy comes back and replaces him, and they get you in like a hold as you continue flailing about. As you guys make the distraction, the guys that were by the mage walk over and also kind of just look at you guys and watch you guys. And they actually start standing between each of you, separating you guys.
Damn.
As this is all going
Is this
on,
masculine dude? Is this a masculine dude that pushed me away?
it's not the guy.
No, just a masculine figure. I'm gonna grab
Yeah.
his nuts, bro. I'm grabbing his brain.
with what?
grab
Your
his
cupped
jewels,
hands?
and I'm gonna. Yeah, no,
Hold on.
I like he pushes me away. I'm gonna like keep my back
Bro.
to him, and I'm gonna reach it between his fucking legs, back behind me, and I'm gonna try to grab his balls, and just give him a torsion as much as I can.
Okay, roll sleight of hand.
Let's go! I can do that. I'm gonna fucking rip his nuts off. Yeah, we're gonna watch it. Oh no!
You had a plus
Oh.
7.
I'm gonna get fucking my hands cut off, guys. But this is what I want. This is the play. Cut my hands off.
You
cut
gotta
'em
like
off.
reach, and then he just punches you in the back as hard as
Fuck
possible.
you. What are you fucking doing? That's weird. You're
He
weird.
punches you, and then another guy comes up in front of you and with a dagger out and holds it to your throat.
Oh damn, my bad, bro. I wanted to give him the old pinch and twist and roll. Sorry, I know you guys are definitely sweaty under there, dude. I can tell. You guys got to pinch and roll. I'm sorry.
It's the strat.
Just trying
Everyone
to help
knows.
out. It's a strat.
Help a brother out. Brother needs.
Yeah, dude. I'm done.
As you guys kind of have all these people around you trying to get you guys to like calm down, you'll see that over in the tree line, someone makes eye contact with you, Milo, from around a tree, and it's the same green-headed person, wearing this like overcoat and whatnot, and he smiles to you, and he just holds his finger up to his lips to be quiet. Before he just disappears, like in like some type of magical shimmer, he just disappears.
He's going invisible.
Danny Phantom moment.
As this is all going on, you guys are causing commotion and whatnot. The guards are kind of And now, how willing are you guys to go? Like, in terms of because the more you do this, the more they're beating up Zalor.
What, the more resistant we are?
Yes.
Well, like, I'm told now, my cards are all on the guy that I saw. These guys are just like...
I don't want to go. I'm just trying to stop it from happening.
Yeah, no, we don't want to go, but we also don't want Zeller to die. So we gotta we're trying to run that fine line, and they really don't want me grabbing their nuts, and I can't cast transmutation. So besides grabbing nuts, and using transmutation, that's all I got, dude.
Okay.
Well, how many people do we have around us?
You have like 12.
Jesus.
Yeah, 12 to 15, I'd say, around your area. The mage completes the transmutation, or not the transmutation, the teleportation circle. It is noted by it's glowing, so he finishes it, and it's a very large one, like comparable to the size of the one you guys used to teleport over to here. And then he kind of he stands up and then ushers in many of the members onto this place, and you guys are also ushered onto the teleportation circle. The mage begins casting the teleportation spell within this teleportation circle. You notice that he's actually using chance to do so.
Oh, great. That's awesome. Guys, we can do something about that. We just need to gag him a minute. Go punch him in the throat. Go spit in his mouth when he's talking. Make him choke. Wait, hold on. No, I can't do that. Wait. What are your... I can't speak to you. Did he put anti-magical cuffs on you?
That was...
He did not.
It was just me.
Yeah.
Yo, can you stop Maturgy fucking scream at this guy? Let's go!
Hey, metagaming. Hey.
I know. I'm saying I can't talk to you, dude. It wasn't my idea.
Well, I was gonna do something else, and I'm gonna stick to that.
Nah, dude. You go crazy. I can't do shit. I got a knife in my throat. I'm cooked. I'm
Can I
choked.
activate Step of the Wind? My jump distance is doubled.
Yo.
And I am going to literally send myself flying at his mouth. At his head.
Oh, you're just gonna launch yourself at him?
The black dude's kissing. You're gonna kiss him to stop him using his verbal component. Yes, let's go, shit. That's awesome.
Like a torpedo.
Alright, so what does that look like when you cast it, right here?
Oh, that's great.
So I'm going to slightly bend my knees, and then you're going to see a green aura around my feet, and then you just see bang, and I go flying forward.
Could you roll a athletics on top of that?
Athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics.
Fucking 2.
No! Wait, is he causing enough commotion over by me that the guy with the knife doesn't have it on my throat anymore? Because you saw a dude fucking jump.
No.
I love when I do the one thing my
Fuck!
character's
I was
designed
gonna
to do,
go
and
for a
then I
nut
roll
shot,
nat
bro.
20.
I was gonna kick him with my good leg.
Another one.
Yes, dude.
Okay, so wait, hold on. What did you say, Zero?
Sorry, what was that?
Were you doing something?
No, I was
Okay.
just laughing at freaking.
Okay. Gunnar, you launch yourself at this mage and you hit him. And he like you hit him so hard with your double jump distance, you just jump straight into him, and
WWE SmackDown.
yeah, you hit him and he gets
Good
sent
night.
straight into the dirt. But as the second you leave the ground, so many of these guys in here were rushing at you. So the second you hit him, you're grabbed, thrown on the ground, and pinned down by so many guys and cuffed instantaneously.
Oh, dude, that's hot.
That's our hero.
But as this happens,
Quick moan or something. They won't do
as
it.
this happens, you guys see right at the front of the Diplomacy Guild, there appears to be a giant teleportation circle up here. And you hear this giant whoosh. And within seconds, you see many of what appears to be the Adventurers Guild appear out of this teleportation circle. And in front, you guys see the guild leader, which I'll actually throw a picture up in Roll20 really quick.
Is this guild on guild violence?
No, it's guild on not guild. Guild on some dicks, some random dudes.
Bro,
I don't
how
like
did I
these
get
guys.
how did I get 2 ads on the same video at the same spot? Stop.
El Bozo.
Have you considered not?
I wish I could.
Gotta get premium.
YouTube
YouTube
Premium.
Premium.
No
It's a
ads.
necessity.
40 TV channels or whatever the fuck.
Bro doesn't even know what he's describing.
Bro, I don't know.
Oh
I'm
lord.
lost.
Jump scare.
Yo, big man.
Jump
Big
scare.
man.
I have to put it in.
Pecs-
I have to put it in now. My bad.
Pecs in armor. Let's go. Never been more hyped in my life.
Now you have my interest.
Dude, as soon as you said
Man.
about
Alright.
sweaty dudes
Dudes.
piling on to Gunner,
On Roll20, you should see it now. This is
Yep.
Arden Ironcloak, the leader of the Adventurers Guild, and he shows up at the front of them, and he lets out a battle cry as all these adventurers just rush out from this teleporter, and they rush all of you guys, and just you hear spells being cast all over the place. You see Arden in front with his shield. He straight up bashes about 20 of them straight to the side, just sweeps them to the side with his shield. And
Okay.
for reference, this shield kind of it has this magical shield that comes
Magic.
out of it, and it changes shape as he moves his arm, almost as if it's moving with his intentions. And he rushes
So-
in and sweeps all these people aside. The guys that were holding you immediately just let go and turn to the fight to try to defend themselves.
I'm gonna try to fuck off as fast as I can out of the circle.
Similar
Yep.
idea.
I'm
I'm not like
definitely-
being bound by anything necessarily, am I? Because I wasn't doing anything too inherently bad.
Correct.
I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go run. And I'm gonna go grab my gun and my dagger off the floor.
Let's go! Mosh pit, mosh pit, mosh pit.
Well, wasn't that dropped like inside, and we're all the way outside now?
What?
I'm gonna run in.
Well,
Everyone,
wasn't
the
our, like,
general
weapons,
commotion.
like,
They're
all
not caring
dropped
about
out
us. They're caring about
inside?
their lives right now.
Yeah, you're like the little hobbit crawling through like all the orcs battling in that one Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
you.
like I'm gonna make as much positive off the commotion as physically possible.
I'm getting to the adventurers ranks as fast as I can to try to get my
Yeah.
cuffs broken so I can get back in there and touch some people and suck
I'm
the
gonna-
life out of them.
I'm going
Please
to
refrain
run
from the
up-
nut touching. You've been very adamant.
I'm not gonna touch their nuts. I might shrivel their balls using human transmutation. They might fall off. I don't know.
All right. So Zero, you're running inside to get your stuff. Milo, you're running over to the ranks. Gunnar, what are you doing?
I'm going to launch myself into the adventurer ranks as well.
Let's go.
All right. Okay. So as you guys head over to the ranks, and Zero, you're running past them, but you also see this individual. This is the individual you saw, Milo, the one that kind of he locked
He's a
eyes with you and then
fucking
disappeared.
ninja. Oh yeah.
This guy, Elric Mapperite. He is the leader of the Explorers Guild.
Oh, bro. Yo, guys, it's like Erwin and Levi, guys. Look at it. Look at them go.
So
They're
you
like
guys
leaders of
run
things and
past
stuff.
him, and as you run past him, he quickly places his hand on the cuffs, and they instantaneously break and open.
But I'm turning right back around. I'm turning right back around. I'm gonna hobble back into that exchange, and I'm gonna try to get my hand on the first guy I see and suck the fucking shit out of him, dude. He's gonna lose all power.
You'll see within minutes the cloaked individuals are overrun, including the mage. The mage was one of the few that were instantaneously intercepted by the group of adventurers. Thankfully, he was on the ground, so he couldn't exactly do much.
Because I put his head
Can
in the
I-
fucking dirt.
Yeah.
Can I stone shape and like fuck up his circle?
Yes, you can.
Just to make sure. I'm gonna fuck up his circle. You're going nowhere. You're in a cage match.
Could you roll
The adventurers
dexterity?
might do you for
A dex save, please.
Oh no. Things are expected of me, guys. Dex save?
Save.
Oh, are you fucking kidding? Even with a terrible roll, I still get a 13.
One
do
of the
this.
people throws a dagger at you, and it nicks you on the arm, but you still manage
No,
to
I'll
cast.
eat that shit, dude. Yeah, I'll eat that shit. I don't
You'll
care.
take 4 damage.
Bro, I'm gonna turn to that guy, bro. I'm going to eat you. 4 damage.
Bro, you just took his aggro. You're so cooked.
You took aggro.
But you do manage to break the teleportation circle as the mage attempts to cast it shortly after and is obviously unable to, especially
Fuck
being
you!
run down.
Fuck you! Fuck you! You're not going nowhere. Who threw that at me? Whoever threw that, your mom's a hoe. I'm gonna come get him. I'm gonna come grab him, bro. I'm gonna get my dirty little mitts on him.
All right, Gunnar, are you also throwing hands?
Yep.
All right, go for it.
Lick
What
my
do you
lips
do?
and shit.
How close is the nearest person who's not getting mobbed?
I'd say like 20 feet.
Oh, that's light work.
I'm gonna clear that so fast. I'm gonna be on his ass now. Yesterday.
I've
All
been
right,
on that ass.
I am running
Past
up on him as fast as possible. And I'm going to put my foot in his mouth.
Yes! Bro, these guys thought it was
And I'm
sweet.
going
They
to
thought it
activate,
was so
and I'm
sweet.
also going to activate Flurry of Blows.
Oh dang!
Or, is that after I
I think
hit
it's
it?
after you get the hit.
Oh no.
If it hits, then I'll activate it.
You're gonna kick the shit
Let
out
me
of him?
check.
Yeah, because it says immediately after you take the attack action on your turn. So I assume that means after the attack goes through, then you can activate it.
Yeah.
So
You
I
gotta
just
curb stomp him,
throw,
Michael. You have to do it.
unarmed strike.
Yeah.
Bang.
Foot to face. Boot to mouth.
Ooh, okay,
He's
yeah,
gonna do
that hits. That definitely hits.
He's gonna eat that shit.
And then I activate Flurry of Blows, and I can do 2 more.
Kick
Go
the
for
shit
it.
out of him! How are you doing this?
1, 2,
Those both hit.
1, 2.
Oh my
Damn, this
lord,
guy's a
that's 24
chump.
damage.
Bro, I'm gonna touch the guy who I'm
Alright,
gonna
are you
run
just
at
like
if
kicking
that's
him 3
what they're-
times?
So yeah, what I'm going to do is you're going to see me
Yes.
off of I'm going to bend my knees again, jump forward at hyper speed. I'm going to drop kick him 2 foot right in the mouth, and then as I'm like flying backwards off of his face, my feet go 1, 2
Damn.
across both
Damn.
ways.
He's getting knocked around.
Like
Yeah, no,
2 foot.
okay, so you just straight up, you collide with him,
Wow,
and he
oh my
starts falling over, and then as he's falling, you continue to kick
1,
him
2.
downwards into the ground, and he's knocked out cold.
Bro, these guys are cooked. They're chalked. The
You'll
morale.
notice that a few of the guys are going invisible and just kind of escaping and running away. But not very many of them are able to do that as they're being swarmed. Zero, at this time, you come back with all your stuff, including your cowl.
You have a gun. You've graduated.
Is it cool to say I've also grabbed Gunner's staff?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna immediately look for Gunner. I'm gonna throw him his staff. I'm gonna look to the nearest fella. I'm hitting Deadeye. I'm literally, bro. I'm hitting with all 6 markers. Mag dump now.
Dang.
Bang, 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 bang. This guy's dead as fuck. Wait, hold on. Are you in the jurisdiction? Can you do that? Is that allowed? These guys, yeah, sure, they took us hostage, and then they're just gonna get beaten, but you're just gonna fucking put a guy 6 feet in the floor. You're gonna end a life. Are you ready to do that?
Okay. Maybe not that severe, I guess. I'll
I'm
tone
gonna
it
shoot him
down.
straight in the head. I'm gonna blow his head off.
No. Okay, fine. Since there's laws, I'm gonna. I don't have blunt weapons. All my weapons are
Hey, man.
purely lethal.
Hey man, just put it through the kneecap, make it so he can't walk ever again. I mean, it's just like that's
I
pretty
could just kneecap him. Yeah, you are right.
cool. Unless don't nick his femoral artery though, he'll fucking die in like 2 minutes.
I'm just gonna run it to him. I'm gonna hit him with the butt of my gun as hard as possible.
All right. I'm gonna count that as being proficient with it. So just roll the hit like normal.
Pistol whip the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Just roll with my dagger, I'm assuming.
No,
Not dagger,
roll with your
revolver.
gun.
Yeah. Bam.
11. That does not hit.
Fuck.
All right. So you run up and you go to swing on this guy, and he goes invisible, and from the side of you, he instantly appears, and he's gonna try and stab you in the side.
Bro, he's like, got
Wait. It's an act of self-defense now.
Yes! Yes! You have ROE. You have rights of engagement. You can fucking gun this guy down now. It's all right. You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm ready to name for myself. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Can I-
you have 3 options. You can counterattack, you can dodge, or you can choose to use your AC.
Can you dodge a bullet? Counter my gun. Parry this.
Yeah. I'm gonna attempt to dodge.
All right. Roll a dex save, for me,
Aw.
please.
Okay.
Let's
Am
see.
I- am I
Let's
do-
see what the tower says, chat. Let's see what the tower says.
This guy's gonna fucking fumble so hard, dude. I know he is. He doesn't have what it takes.
He does not.
He's going up against 0 light scar. And this guy is proficient in dealing death with his gun.
I'm going to kill you.
All right.
You're like-
So you go to. So he goes to stab at you, and you just quickly sidestep as some other guy steps straight, gets shoved like into him by the Adventurers Guild shield. Gets shoved into him, and he ends up missing, and his dagger goes flying to the floor.
He's
Okay.
cooked.
I'm
You
gonna
see
look at him,
with his
I'm gonna
back
be like-
to you. He's beginning to run and turn invisible, but not quite just yet.
Okay, I'm gonna
Blow
look
his
at him.
head off.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting
Oh
there.
my
Okay.
gosh.
I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna say, "Hey, man, I tried to do things nicely. I'm gonna pull the trigger."
Roll the hit
Please.
with advantage.
Oh, with advantage. Okay, hold on.
Save us. Save us. Put my hands up. Please save us.
With advantage.
Blow his head off.
Oh my god.
He's fucking dead!
Finish
He isn't
the
just
hit.
dead. He's been dead, bro. Since like 3 years ago, he's been
All
dead.
right. Could you roll damage twice for that one shot? Because that's a crit, so that's double damage.
Where'd you aim? Where'd you aim? Where are you shooting?
Where
What
are you
buying?
shooting?
I'm already shooting, but probably realistically center mass if he's a certain
No,
distance
where?
away.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, hold on.
Blow
roll
his
damage.
heart out! Kill
Oh my
him!
gosh!
Yes!
Bam.
Hey, fun
Bam.
fact: did you guys know that if you get shot in the lower abdomen, if they don't go and like pull your guts apart, or you don't get healing in context of this, you will get sepsis and you will fucking die anyway. So a gut shot's still lethal.
You just shot this man through the heart.
No, he's gone.
He's fucking dead. His
Okay,
buddy Jim Bob
yeah,
is
no,
like
so
kneeling over
You
him.
fire off the bullet, and it goes straight through his chest, and he falls to the ground. His like haziness he was getting as he went to go invisible instantly dropped as he falls on the floor and heals over, covering up his bullet wound as it went all the way through him.
He's fucking cooked. He's done.
In the
Entry,
midst of the
exit.
chaos, most of the
Cooked.
group seems to have been kind of handled with, many of which are beaten by the blunt weapon known as a shield.
Is that guy? Can I get my get back on that guy, or is he still pinned to the ground? Is he already pinned to the ground? I want my get back on that guy. I'm gonna.
He's already gone, bro.
Ooh, I was gonna grab him, and he was gonna lose all rights. I was gonna take all his strength and grapple with him while he has no strength. Basically, it's like wrestling with a fucking baby. Is what was gonna happen to him.
So, that concludes that interaction. The rest of them either have escaped or are pinned down, and the Adventurers Guild and the little bit of the Explorers Guild that are there are working together to pin them down, rip off their hoods and whatnot, try and identify them, cuff them, etc., etc. They managed to get the mage as well as the one that was the one you guys had to deal with, the one that was holding Zalor.
Oh, cool. Let's unmask him, gang. And I would have gotten away with it too.
Can I check on bro? Finally?
What?
Probably got beating his brakes off.
How's our guy? How's our?
He gets helped to stand up as he's bloodied all over. You'll notice that Alaric, the guy with the green hair that helped you guys earlier, he walks over and with a just a green glow appears on his hand, and he kind of just waves it over Zalor, and his entire body is healed. You can see his wounds close up really fast, and his energy returned to him almost instantaneously. From very from like the masses and whatnot that have been the information that's been passed down throughout, you know, the grapevine, etc. Alaric, as well as Ironcloak, Arden Ironcloak, are two of the very few people in the entire world who have completed the second trial of proving.
Yeah, so did it again.
So he quickly heals him, and then he quickly goes off to heal the others, including the people they're capturing.
Oh, damn.
You see Arden and Alaric talk to one another as they continue to deal with this whole issue. It appears that many of them are being sent back over to where they initially had a teleportation circle, and they appear to be like they're going to be teleported away soon. Alaric is actually going to walk up to you, Milo. He's going to with a brisk walk. You're going to see him in his pocket. He's going to pull out what appears to be this compass. It's very ornate and even has the symbol of the weave on it, except it is more grand than yours. Has more branches and almost like a magical glow to the symbol itself.
You got Prestige Master. Okay.
So he kind of pulls out this compass just quickly as he glances at it and puts it back in his pocket, and he walks over to you. Excuse me, are you an alchemist?
Yeah. What's up?
Great. I apologize for, you know, we just completed this fight, but if you could, we need to reconstruct the Diplomacy Guild as quick as possible. So if you could help us, that'd be awesome.
Thumbs up, man. I just put my thumb up and I just fuck off and I go to the guild.
You walk over, and a few other alchemists are already doing so. They're kind of grabbing the pieces of the different material and putting it together using their circles and whatnot, and you kind of go over and help them do that. Among this group, you see roughly like 8 other alchemists working here.
Yo, I'm actually putting up a guild. You guys want to help? No,
Yo, guys!
No, I'm fucking with you guys. We gotta put up the Diplomacy Guild. But still, hey, man. Name is Milo Ho, and if you want to reach out, you reach out. My P.O. Box is fucking Doc self.
Alright, so after you completely do that, several hours pass by as you guys put up and completely finish repairing all the damage. It looks just about good as new. Maybe with some very small discrepancies, but that'd be it, which is pretty good considering what happened. You guys put it up within a few hours. Alaric tries to go around. He uses this. He kind of like does these symbols with his hands, and he chants as this aura appears around him, and your guys' energy is restored to you.
W.
Kind of as a thank you. He then kind of goes with Ironcloak and the people that were taken captive, as well as the members of both guilds, go over to their teleportation circle they made, and they go off. They teleport away, and the circle disappears with them. leaving Zalor and you guys, as well as anyone else from the Diplomacy Guild. Zalor, after everything is said and done, at this point it's well past sunset. It is nighttime. So he kind of walks over to you guys with a little bit of light coming from the Diplomacy Guild nearby that you guys can use to see. Actually, Gunnar, do you have night vision or dark vision?
I do.
Yeah, you do. So you don't really have much of a problem. So he walks over to you guys, and he looks a lot better than what he did before, albeit his clothes are ruffled up, but that's about it. I'd like to apologize about all this. It wasn't supposed to happen, of course.
Why would you apologize? You had no control over the situation. Do you have any idea who that is? Who that was? I mean, they got locked up, but...
I have an idea, but it isn't exactly one based off of evidence.
No, I know. I'm just trying to say they seem like bad folks, and I don't want to run into them again. I'm sorry they beat the brakes off you because I was kind of flapping my gums.
It's fine. I lived. I've suffered worse. They appear to be quite adamant and proficient with anti-magic things, as well as anti-alchemist.
Wait, hold on. I know this is all connecting. I'm gonna do the Joseph Joestar. The next words you're gonna say is R&D departments near Serafel. It's the people at Serafel are doing it. Yeah, it's maybe people at Serafel.
I was thinking Zudroshia as a whole, possibly Anabreka as well. They just got welcomed into the heart. Yet, if this was them, that doesn't bode well for the Alliance.
No, that's pretty shitty. I've heard word around Serafel specifically about anti-magic use.
Really?
Yep. So if you want to conduct your audits and your looks-ins theirs, please do.
And where exactly did you hear this information? If you don't mind, I'd like to use this information and try and do an investigation in Serafel.
No, that's great. A lot of rumors, but I got my rumors from some of my acquaintances, from them hearing it from other people, and I guess people around my circuit, if that makes sense, alchemists.
Did you know the origin in Serafel? Anything like that?
Fuck no, man. It's all down to pretty much gibberins and jabberins. Nothing concrete, but maybe apparently the R&D department sniffed it out but didn't share it around, so you might have to conduct something there too. And I was just looking to get an audit and help funding with my research there too, so they might get fucking flamed, and I honestly don't want to get affiliated with people like that if that's what's going to happen.
Seeing as something like this happened mere days after my speech doesn't bode well.
It's kind of like spitting in your face. It's pretty disrespectful. It's like they didn't hear what you're saying.
Yeah. If it is Zudrosia, or Anabreka for that matter, that would mean that they, again, seem to be wanting a war. We're still recovering from the war, especially, the swamps down south. They still haven't recovered their capital or anything. They have a mere couple towns or cities.
Couldn't they, wait or maybe not do it ever again? I mean, did we not learn anything? And I feel like we just had a chat about Nalthorix coming and taking the tree away because we're being dumb. Then something stupid happens.
They said they wanted you and didn't care so much for me.
No, maybe I can get something from them. I can read minds with this glove, so maybe I can help interrogate them a little bit, because honestly, I want to know why they wanted to target us and throw your life under the bus if need be to get us.
If we need you, we'll give you a call, but we have quite high-level magic that we can use on them in terms of reading minds and such.
But please, regardless, if I may make a request, could you at least inform me about details regarding why the hell we were targeted, so maybe I can better not get targeted?
I feel like that's only your right.
Yeah, because we're kind of trying to start a guild here and get funds, and I don't really want to be put in the floor or part of some weird
isn't your guild based in Zudrosia?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where I live, and I really don't want that to turn into a battlefield. If I can help it.
I'll have security doubled at the guild nearby. They'll do rounds near a guild every single night.
Thank you.
Seeing as you seem to be quite important and popular, can't exactly having you lost to us.
I'd really not. Really hate that.
Are you three doing okay? It isn't exactly something like that happens every day.
I mean, are you okay? You got beaten up worse than us.
It's fine.
Basically, literally less than like 10 minutes into actually getting pedaled out of the thing, Alric actually, I saw him through the trees and he gave me signals and he told us to basically stall. So then we started stalling. Reinforcements showed up. We didn't even get we didn't get beaten up too bad. You did. I stopped the circle so they didn't get away. If the adventurers or anybody else probably does some looking over the countryside, they're going to see some people that weren't there originally, and they're probably going to get caught. So, I mean, really, it all got wrapped up pretty nicely, I think. So I'm not too fucked up. I'm more worried about you. I saw your look go from confidence to not confidence while you were in the room because you couldn't use magic. And I was like, shit. And I can't touch the guy. So I was like,
if I wasn't as surprised in a position as I was, I could have used brute strength, but that wasn't exactly a good position to be in.
No, yeah. It's good that you decided to not do anything.
Between the Explorers Guild and the Adventurers Guild, they could definitely handle their own. Alaric himself, him being a supportive caster, mind you, could have handled that entire crowd by himself, yet they brought all of them just in case. He's always cautious, but it does do us well.
Are you guys like all in cahoots? All the leaders? Not you specifically, but diplomacy, everybody?
Well, we hold councils every now and then, you know. Alaric and Arden have known each other since they were children, I believe.
I'm not trying to cast light or, cast a shadow of like hate on the R&D department, but because I heard stuff, have you been in cahoots with whomever that is?
Yes, I don't blame them. The Research and Development Guild do their research before sending any information out. It can take sometimes months after they've discovered something for us to even get it.
Okay.
It's not a big deal. Oftentimes they ask for us to either hide certain information until they're done with researching it, as we don't want to spread misinformation.
No, that's fine. I was just worried that there was a lack of communication. Some crooks did some bad things.
It is over in Zudrosia, so I may go over there myself and have a look-see.
Well, we're gonna be there for the thing that you just asked of us. So yeah.
Yes, in Aeonis. Yes. Seeing as all this happened, we'll have to do an investigation, obviously, of Seraphel, as well as we're going to interrogate Anabreca and Seraphel, the leaders of both, just to ensure, or at least see what their views are on this. Obviously, they'll decline any of this happened, but it's better to at least see what their reaction is to this information.
For me.
We'll also ask the other world leaders to see if any of them know anything about this group, as even if it is based in Zudrosia, it may not be their government doing anything about it. Well, I should be letting you go. It's rather late.
Yeah.
We can send you home using the teleportation circle if you'd like. Or at least to Seraphel, that is.
Yeah. Actually, I still have to, if I may, I still have to stop in and before we got totally held hostage and everything, I still wanted the manuscript on the tax brackets and any more guild information that we would need, so I can give it to.
You'll probably have to wait until tomorrow. They're still getting everything back together in there.
Could I swing back without a charge?
It's for a personal matter. I can't sanction that, unfortunately. It's out of my power.
Okay.
However, there are rooms here.
Yeah,
it is
probably
a guild after all. There's a tavern, a
Yeah.
guild, etc., etc.
Okay.
Guild hall, I should say.
That's probably Zero Gunner. You good to do that too? Just wait here.
Sure.
I mean, got in a brawl that wasn't planned, so maybe licking our wounds a minute wouldn't be terrible.
We'll all be doing the
Yeah.
same here. Normally, after things like this, I should be able to request that we all get a free meal tonight. Normally, it isn't so, but after something like this, I feel like it's only necessary.
It's one way to settle your nerves. Stuff your face.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that they made it all the way up to the tower and disarmed my guards in complete silence. And
It's like
snuck
the use
through the
of
door.
magic.
Or at
Yeah,
least
no,
I think they did.
I don't know what happened, because my back was already towards the door, so he must have slipped around me. But they were on the ground by the time I turned around, so
Yeah, he snuck in pretty quick.
might have to learn some sort of detection-based alchemy. You know, some shit like if the air itself fluctuates how it shouldn't.
If
So
they
if I
were
can't
after
sense
you
somebody, I can, like,
guys,
pick up on
specifically
people.
for this meeting, someone must have intercepted the letter I sent to you. You didn't happen to see when it was delivered, did you?
No, I got back late the night before. No, actually, it would have been last night.
We showed up
And
at
then
dark.
yeah,
When
no.
I was there.
I'll see if there's any reports about any of the mailmen being attacked or anything of the sort. See if anything was meddled with.
Where's the post out of? I assume Seraphil?
Yes,
Was
it originally
fled.
starts here in the Diplomacy Guild and then goes from there.
Okay, so
But yes, the nearest place would be Seraphil, so while I'm investigating the alchemy and other such things in there that you mentioned, I'll also be investigating that. It's... Oh, the paperwork's gonna not be very good for this.
If they did like intercept our mail, then we would have been a target before they even looked at our mail.
Precisely.
yeah.
And that also means that they wanted information from you, or they have something to do with this Nauthrix. Or we can only assume.
I don't know. I don't know why they would have human agents. I mean, like, if this Nalthrix just made an appearance, I bet he's way stronger than us. So he would have just been able to say, "Hey, dudes, just pull to the
If
side
he's a
here," or I'll,
draconic
like,
entity as strong as what these ancient texts that we have say, he wouldn't need
I
to
don't think
meddle
that
with
they would have.
humans.
No, that's what I'm saying. He wouldn't need a middleman. So I think it's just maybe countries that are heard it, or maybe sniffing out stuff.
Someone wouldn't go
Or
through these lengths just to get an advance on information that would have already been passed to several different guilds.
I don't know what the reason would be, but
Just keep your guard up. Like I said, I'll be doubling security over at the guild over there, or I'll at least request it for you all. And then I'll also request that they come by your guild every now and then. Sometimes during the day, but always at night.
okay. I'm probably gonna put up some transmutation circles around that might give me a little bit of
Yes, that may not be a bad idea.
a network of information.
However, they did seem quite, as I said, proficient with anti-magic and alchemy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure to what extent, so just keep that in mind. Anyways,
Yeah,
it is
no,
getting late, and I'm sure we're all tired after that. How about we go inside and rest and get some food in us?
eat. No problem here.
You know, the food isn't actually that bad here. He says as he kind of just walks you guys in. He shows you guys to the tavern, which is more so just as if you found a tavern on like a building. It's kind of in the side of one of the walls. In like it's not a tent, but it's in the one side of the walls. You walk in, it's just like any other tavern, except it's quite large. Probably enough to fit several hundred people in here. There are three different actual like bar tables, like where you can order and get ale and food and whatnot. Many waitresses and waiters are already going around. It's very busy right now.
It's like a college campus.
Yes, a college campus when it's mealtime.
Yeah.
But no, he walks up and gets you guys your meals. Tonight it appears to be some type of potato stew with some type of meat in there.
Damn.
It tastes pretty good. And each of you get what just appears to be just a water. He didn't get you guys any like ale or anything, as he didn't see that fit for now. He then shows you to your rooms, which are just above the tavern, in like this longer corridor, which he paid for
Immaculate.
you guys.
Great.
He kind of just reminds you about your mission to Aeonis, and then heads off to his room. And you guys are kind of left to your own.
Well, guys, you guys can get to bed. Before I get to bed, I'm just gonna probably try to think about what I can do. Because I'm probably gonna set up some sort of alarm system around our land.
Mm.
Because I don't want to get jumped, like without us knowing at least. Now we know that they have anti-magic, but obviously it looked like a gun still worked. So maybe more physical means.
Yeah.
But surely, whatever. I'll think of something. You guys can get rest. Sleep well. We got
Sounds
a
good.
relatively big day. I don't think it'll be nearly as cool as today was. But I asked for respect, and we got a hell of a lot more than respect. Now it seems like we got the whole world magnifying our entire existence. So
Just did the trials 2-3 days ago, and now we're
already wrapped up in a potential
coup or something.
international threat, multiple international threats, where people wanting to steal, take magic away from everyone, and they just so happen to reach out to us. We got people who look to want to get an edge. Maybe Zerdrosi is looking to fight again. War might brew again. It's been kind of tense for a long time, and we're still kind of wrapped up in that nonsense. I still have a lot that I want to do. Seems like life is gonna push it away from me a minute. I mean, oh, it's gonna be a mess for a while. We'll get through it though.
Mm-hmm.
I finally take a seat on my bed, and I'm gonna probably. Is there anything in these rooms?
Yeah, so this room contains a nightstand as well as a table with a candle on it that's unlit, but it does have a lantern above it that is on via magic that can be turned on via a button like on the by the door. So they have their own deep weave for that. Otherwise, you have your bed and then nightstand at the table with 2 chairs at it, and a chest at the foot of the bed.
Is there anything in the chest?
No.
Okay. I won't bother the folks about anything. I'll probably just theorize what I can do. Good night, guys.
I'm just gonna tuck in Zero and then go to bed.
All right. For reference, by the way,
So it gets tucked
Zero
in?
had to go eat dinner really quick in the middle of that.
That's
why I was
completely chill.
tucking
So
him
that's why
in.
he hasn't been talking or anything. But that is where we're going to call it for the night, fellas.
Okay.
Nice.
Early, but a lot was accomplished in my eyes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It was heated. It was interesting.
I absolutely decked 2 people.
Your legs
Dude,
are quite
I was
strong.
I was gonna go straight up Diddy style on that guy.
I know, because you rolled a sleight of hand while seeing.
No,
what's
I
happening
grabbed
with
that guy's. No, I'm talking about the guy who threw something at me, bro. I was gonna like ruin him. Because like imagine I get my hands on him, I run his strength down, I do a strength check via grappling, and I just outbeat him in grappling because now he's so fucking weak he can't fight back. And I'm just gonna start pounding on him. He can't do anything about it because he's weak. Straight up Bill Cosby. It's over.
Not Bill Cosby.
But he got away. He got away, goddammit. If I didn't have like 20 movement speed that I gave myself because I wanted to nerf myself, ooh, I'll just fix my leg. You know, that's it. I'll just fix my leg in the next 2 sessions.
Yes, of
I'll use
course.
human transmutation on myself first. Like permanently. Restructure my damn leg. With like a medical guy on standby. So I don't kill myself. You know, so he could like fix my leg after I try to change it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. But
Just
yeah, no, that's
watching
what we're gonna call it
things.
for tonight. Thank you all for joining to watch, and thank you players for joining to play. We'll be playing. We'll still be playing next week and the following week, even though I have finals the 2 weeks from now. But it'll be Saturday, so I won't have anything, so it'll be all good. Keep an eye out for the schedule for finals week for me, which is not next week but the week after, as I may not have any streams until that coming Friday. So just keep an eye out for that. Otherwise, that'll be all for me today. I hope you guys have a great day or night wherever you're at, and I will see you when I see you. Take care, chat. Bye bye.